What do you say we blow the whole budget in 90 seconds? Anybody? Yeah. Is anybody here like pyro?
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Knize.
Motherfucker, I won best costume!
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm, except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
Hey there, everybody. It is Tuesday, September 4th, 2018. This is episode 439 of the PanelsOnPages.com podcast. I am your host for this week, Jason Knize, Knize if you're nasty. The Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez is out. He is currently on a Disney cruise, so I will be leading things this week. And with me tonight, we have Jose Guzman.
Lucy Lou, you still my girl. Call me.
Kelly Harris.
But my socks.
And a special guest tonight from First Aid Comics, co-host of Nerdfic Strangers and the 3 Count Nation podcast, we have Kenny Taylor.
SCU.
Oh, it's been a while since we had you on the show, Kenny.
I know. It's good to be back.
Lion headband in full effect.
Hey, listen,
I almost put Lion Headband in his intro.
Listen, guys, we've upgraded beyond Lion Headband. I've got some fire for you fellas. Next time you guys are way in the south side. Did you feel me? Actually, I'm in Wicker Park. I'm on the south side anymore. I'm up here on the north side.
Yeah, Lion Headband, that was 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah, man, yeah. Listen,
Weed technology.
We're on the new shit.
I'm on that doctor. I got that Doctor Who. Listen. Yes. We're out here to go naming things after TV shows now.
See, that's what happens. Now the kids are taking over the business. They're all kinds of crazy shit.
Hey, man, you feel like you're going through space and time. That's all I'm going to say.
What? You hit that TARDIS?
Listen. That's what as the
That's
smoke leaves.
Klingon?
As the smoke leaves your body, it sounds like the TARDIS. It's just a whoo, whoo, just like whoo, all that weirdness.
I got this.
You guys talking about candy?
Oh, sweet Kelly, my sweet boy.
Oh, buddy.
Never grow up.
That's
Sweet
buddy.
boy.
Always stay pure.
Stay young.
Stay pure.
Are these new flavors of Jones soda?
It's new. It's Ben and Jerry's. It's all.
Okay.
We're old, Kelly. We need our medicine.
That's right. We really do.
Glaucoma.
And he needs his juice.
That reminds me of the time at work someone asked me for a Jerry Garcia pop, and I forgot that Jerry Garcia was a human being. And my head autocorrected it to Cherry Garcia, and I told them, I'm sorry, we don't sell ice cream.
Y'all got any of that chunky monkey? Oh, hilarious. So, myself and Kelly and my wife and our good buddy Justin went to Chicago this weekend. We met up with Kenny, and we attended ALLIN, the biggest independent wrestling show in history. So we will be talking about that, but we want to catch up on everybody's week before we get balls deep into that. And Jose didn't go, so he gets to hear all of our stories for the first time. So this should be fun. So since I am filling in for Lee this week, I'm really doing the method acting job because I fucking got sick. So I'm doing the full-on
I
Lee.
was really worried I was going to get an all-in flu, but as of now, it looks like I'm all right.
So I lost my voice that evening.
Absolutely.
And and I ended up actually just staying home. And then I did go to a barbecue in the day with my family, but I ended up getting my voice back, just like taking it easy. But I was a little concerned I wasn't gonna have a voice for work today. Actually, before I had to do these 2 podcasts.
A lot of the symptoms I chalked up to just being tired and traveling because me and Mary flew in Saturday morning and we were out Sunday afternoon. So
Yeah, you guys are jet setting. That was
it was
dope. You guys
a
are amazing.
36-hour round trip.
Yeah.
And, the flight's uncomfortable and it wasn't super cool in there, so it felt hot. So I wasn't even considering that I was sick. And then Labor Day, I spent the day going through a whole bunch of tubs and cardboard boxes filled with all my old toys.
Who'd you fly with?
Oh, God. American there, United back, and both were trash. Yeah, never again. Like, United, the leg room was comical. Mary said the guy in front of her leaned his seat back, and the TV was basically 6 inches away from her face.
Oh, no.
Terrible. But we got lucky, and we had a seat empty in between us for the flight home, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
That's always good when you have that extra, that middle seat to just kind of
I know
pick
it.
up on. Yeah,
I
good
know
stuff.
it.
The
That's
worst
right.
is when you have it
Blessed.
till the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
And like you just when you buckle your seatbelt, you get everything centered right. Maybe even you put your bag under that seat because you're that fucking sure you got it. And
Yeah,
then
I
here
don't
they
get
come.
my hopes up until they say the boarding door is closed.
Yep.
And then I stretch
And
out.
out comes some schmo who's in the bathroom taking a last
Oh
minute
my
poo.
God.
Who's like, "Oh, sorry, that's my seat."
Yeah,
Hi,
when
hey, how
when
about-
I fly, I always fly Southwest, so
Yeah,
you
Southwest is my
you
jam.
can sit anywhere. So what I always do is I get on there as soon as possible, get like either an aisle or a window seat, so there's a middle seat left, and then I make sure I have just the weirdest manga I've got to read, so no one sits next to me. It doesn't always work,
That's
Oh,
great.
this kid ain't right.
but
I
it works
found out-
sometimes.
It
You know
was
about that Southwest first class?
What's that? What's this Bible
No.
Black? What's this Bible Black thing you're reading here, Sonny?
Go.
What is this? Southwest first class?
The Southwest first class is the seat on the left of the plane by the emergency exit because there's no seat in front of you.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I've seen that one.
So you have just nothing but leg room. It is
Mhm.
but the downfall is if you're somebody who likes put the tray. Well, the tray comes up like the old school desks,
Yeah.
where it like popped up from the side and then turned over your waist.
Kind of like the new fancy movie theaters with the recliners and the little table.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah. I found out on a flight that if you use a seatbelt extender, you can't sit in the emergency exit row because it's an extra thing that people can trip on. So there's that, which sucks. I did find out.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. So I don't.
But
even
it still sucks, though.
Yeah.
I found out actually Jordan Grace, who was in the Over the Budget Battle Royal at All In, Cody Rhodes retweeted her a couple months ago. She was talking about, so what do you do if you're sitting next to an obese person on a plane and they're just fucking crowding you? And man, I got just anxiety filled my entire body. But then I started reading through the comments, and this one guy was talking about how Southwest, if you buy an extra seat, like if you need the extra room, like a full-figured gal like me, if you buy an extra seat, they will refund it afterwards.
Really?
So,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So you buy
That's
two,
you know that.
and then they will refund you afterwards. So I've been meaning to give Southwest a shot, but have not.
I
yet.
got A status next year. Fucking because you each flight builds up for next year, and you either hit a certain amount of points or you hit 25 flight segments or flights, whatever the fuck number they count it as. So I have it for next year because I reached it,
Nice.
but it doesn't count for like right now.
Sure.
But all next year, no matter what, I'm in. But then it recycles each year.
Cool. So yeah, yesterday, before I started feeling sick, I was going through old tubs, old cardboard boxes of toys because I wanted to kind of redecorate my room, reorganize things. I've got the new NECA movie Turtles and the big display. So I was like, I want to pull out the original vintage Turtles, pull out my old Krang, the old Super Shredder, Toka, and Razor, and put those up. So as I'm going through all these boxes, I'm obviously stirring up a bunch of dust and grime and like powdered cockroach guts and shit like that. So I just assumed I was, sucking in too much garbage, and that's why my throat was feeling scratchy and I wasn't feeling too good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a full-on all-in con crud.
That sucks.
So.
Oh.
But I'm here.
Crud said, I'm all in.
I'm all in all your holes,
All
buddy.
in Concrete, buddy.
I'm
So besides all
up
in,
in them guts.
The other things I got to talk about this week is it is official. I have cemented my status as the second favorite child to my parents because their dog Dozer got NASA clearance. So my mom has been doing. My mom and Dozer got certified as a therapy dog. So they've been going to senior centers, shit like that. And an opportunity came up for them to go to the daycare at the Kennedy Space Center. And they did it 2 days in a row. One day was with, like, real small babies, and the next day was with toddlers. But because it's NASA and it's the Kennedy Space Center, the damn dog got a NASA ID. And his qualification is, in all caps, a very happy guy.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah.
That's all you needed this whole time.
That's right.
Just be a happy guy.
Just to be listen, can you say that about yourself? NASA thinks you're a very happy guy?
Not all the time, but Dozer, I think,
Those got it.
he's happy.
Get it, white boy.
Yeah.
Get it, buddy.
That's what I call him.
Yeah. I remember when my parents, I wasn't talking to my parents at the time, but we lived next door to him, and they brought Dozer home, and at one point, I didn't realize it. I didn't know they brought a dog home. At one point, Jose's looking out in the backyard and goes, "Who's this white dog with the big-ass nuts?" Those nuts were
Is
magnificent.
this some dog wandering in the backyard?
Yeah. Just huge balls.
He's got big ass nuts.
big-ass nuts.
Fucking hanging balls. Just two
Like-
big grapefruits. And I was like, what up, white boy?
Yeah, it would be uncomfortable for him to wear pants back then. Speaking of my parents, so last week during the show, Andrew Gillum received the Democratic nomination for governor for Florida. First ever black governor candidate in Florida. Big, huge deal. So
Very cool.
that was awesome. And then the next day or the day after, I get a text from my mom, and she says, "You'll never fucking believe this. Your father says he's going to vote for Andrew Gillum because this other guy can piss up a rope or whatever." And I was like, wow. Like, that's how far Trump and the people Trump endorses have gone, that my dad, who he has definitely softened in his old age, but
like
he
Butch.
is not the most woke person that you've ever met. In fact, that comment DeSantis made about monkeying up the election, in less woke days, you might have heard my father say something like that. So
He chuckled at it when he heard it.
I don't know. Apparently not, because like that was the last straw. And he was like, "Oh no, fuck this guy, this DeSantis dickhead."
DeSantis, he made it on your dad's 6 favorite comedians.
His problematic faves. This DeSantis asshole. He was running ads before YouTube videos me and Mary were watching. And the ad is him with his infant child building
Oh, I saw that.
building a wall with like blocks, like
Oh, Jesus.
building the
What?
wall.
Yeah, Like it was almost like a Saturday Night
Yes.
Live sketch,
100%.
like of what somebody who's like super Trump would be like at home, and like the wife just like, oh, you know, he loves that Trump and spending time with his kids, and it shows them building the wall
And
with like the toys.
reading
Wow.
the kid Trump's book as like a bedtime story.
Yeah,
God.
and then like
Oh,
and he's wearing
that's-
like a "Make America Great" onesie.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking
like a
gross.
complete joke.
Weird, creepy thing. Like it's a
If that cut to a Saturday Night Live little graphic, you would
Yeah.
never know it wasn't a joke.
yeah. You know what?
You know-
I think that's what it's become to. Some of these political ads feel like SNL skits that
Yeah.
we grew up.
You know, I
watching.
really love Donald Trump on Saturday night.
It's the old, I don't know what's true anymore, the real news or the Onion.
Yeah, dude, that's very appropriate.
Iggy Azalea.
Nora Dunn!
And now your host,
Horatio Sands.
I'm debuting Aries Spears.
No, he was Mad TV. Wait.
I know, that's why I said he was debuting.
Okay, but I thought for a second maybe
got
he
called up for
was.
the-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I called
it-
up once though. I feel
Maybe
like
he
my
was
fantasy
SNL for like a
Saturday
season.
Night Live, it's just Mad TV cast members.
Yo, I've had that dream too. I wish that was a thing.
Oh my god. So, Kenny, it's been a while since we talked to you on the podcast. Let us know
Yeah.
what you got going on these days. What's happening?
I have taken a far bigger role here at First Day Comics. So I'm basically doing advertising and a lot of copy editing, a lot of social media stuff. So it keeps me on my toes. I'm actually doing every Wednesday I do a video of my picks of the week from the shop. And then I've been co-hosting things. I'm on a board of a comic book convention called PocketCon that's local here in Chicago.
Oh, shit.
So yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah,
I believe some call that running shit.
yeah. So I kind of sort of running shit. Actually, that's well, I was a part of WakandaCon that was recently here in the summer. That was phenomenal. That was super fun to be a part of. So during All-In Week, I got to co-host a All-In hip hop show with Megaran, Novelist, and a couple other musicians local, and Blue Pants was my co-host, Leave a Bass.
Nice.
So yeah, so that was pretty cool. So it's been kind of a busy time around these parts. I'm doing some podcast stuff with Nerfect Strangers with friends Bobby and Jerry over that way, and then I have a wrestling podcast I started doing a few months ago with my best friend and former roommate John. So we've been just kind of talking about what we think of wrestling going on these days, and yeah, still teaching.
No
You know,
shit.
Yeah, and all of that I'm still teaching too. So yeah,
How is
my-
that going?
yeah. So okay, so actually I've taken a diminished role. I'm not actually like leading any classes anymore. I think that was what I was doing last time. I think I was on the show. I'm actually just kind of working in the burbs. In a much smaller classroom. I'm still working with kids with developmental disabilities and the social and emotional needs. So that's still been my passion, working with kids in terms of like social work and education. So I'm still doing that, but on a far smaller scale. So I only have like 5 or 6 kids in my room, and just kind of more so like doing like small teaching and getting them ready to be socially and emotionally available to like do their own thing out in the world.
Love it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So between all that,
Not just running shit, but also building a brighter future by helping them.
Changing the world.
yo, it's wild because I've been teaching for almost
And I'm
11
fucking
years
struggling
now.
to wake up
That's
before
way,
11.
dude. I would love to wake up before 11. I'm tired, yo. If I could leave teaching and just do like some kind of like comic book stuff full time, I would. I would jump at the chance. I am tired of 6 a.m. and 5 a.m. mornings of teaching. Like that gets old, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me get up at noon and walk into the comic book store like I do on a weekend or a Wednesday. Like, that's the good living.
It's so funny. Kenny kind of disappeared from Twitter for a while there, and all of a
Yes.
sudden he reappeared like last year or the year before, and then he's like, "Hey, I've got like 900 projects going now."
Yeah, that was kind of what was happening. Like, I kind of taking a step away from Twitter and a lot of social media stuff. I was just kind of on my Tumblr, but I was sick for most of the winter of this past year, and then just had a multiple bunch of health problems. So I basically worked and was just trying to get healthy. So I just didn't have time to like be on my stuff like I had been, and then finally I got healthy, and then everything picked up. We've been doing movie nights for First Aid, so I've been doing a lot of like advertising and just like we're hosting movie nights at a local theater in Hyde Park, which has been super fun. And we've had so many folks come out to it. So I've been doing that, and it's kind of built from there. And I got invited to be a part of the board for PocketCon, and just been building. So yeah, like I didn't realize it myself. I was like, man, I haven't been on Twitter in a while. Like I wonder what people are up to. It's like, oh, I miss y'all. Like,
it's a trash fire.
It's a fire everywhere. But then like, oh, my people are still here. My pop folks are still hanging out and doing the thing. So that's the thing. I've still been listening to the show too. I just haven't been listening to it live. The power of podcasts on the go for work in the morning, because my train rides are basically a podcast episode to listen to. So I just been listening to you guys on the back end, so it's good to so still supporting you guys. So
it was so fucking good to see you this weekend. It was like,
dude, effing hugs all around.
Yeah, it was like we were never apart. It was so good to see you. I wish Jose could have been there so that we could all hung.
Next time.
Yeah, pal.
So you talked about WakandaCon, which was you define what WakandaCon is.
So it's a black comic convention, basically. It's a black science fiction convention.
So,
but it was open to everybody.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But like, the theme was just basically like celebrating Afrofuturism.
Yes.
If I can put it in a simple term, it was that celebrating Afrofuturism, and then the STEM and the arts kind of deal.
It reminded me. So DragonCon was this weekend as well.
Yeah.
And I saw a video of what looked like a photo op with a bunch of Black Panther universe cosplayers. And a white girl in a Barbecue Becky cosplay was standing like at the front of the photo op.
I need this video.
I'll see if I can find it after the show.
Yeah. But say at some point you gotta link that on my Twitter, because I need to see that in my life.
Who thinks to cosplay is that unless they were all a group together?
Well,
yeah,
everybody seemed into it. Everybody thought it was fun.
Like they had to know each other.
Maybe.
Yeah, they had to.
But also, it's DragonCon. Like it's like for as much shit as we give DragonCon, it's next level when it comes to cosplay. Like legitimately,
it
like acting the part. So. I'm sure a lot of people appreciated the bit.
Listen, I thought it was funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It was like, I need this picture of my life ASAP.
It's so funny you mentioned Megaran at the show you helped put together. We were putting together a video for a Comic-Con that is happening in Philadelphia this month. Mm-hmm. And they're having a Megaran show, and one of the features that they wanted to show in the video was that they're going to be having amazing concerts. So I was like, shit. And Megaran's going to be there. So I was like, shit. We have footage of Megaran from C2E2 2011.
Yeah, right?
So I went through that a little bit, and man, it was a fucking...
What's the dates of that show?
What's that?
What's the dates of that one?
September... I think it is the 14th through the 16th, yeah.
Oh. If it was the next weekend, that's funny, because I would have been in Philly. I would have snuck in.
Gonna try and weasel some autographed pictures of the Office cast. They've got 5 or 6 of the members of the Office that are going to the show. So I'm gonna try and see if we can snag a couple of autographed pictures out of them.
You're gonna frame them and put them on the wall, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. They go right above your Ninja Turtle display.
Absolutely. They might even
go... Your Turtles display is phenomenal.
Bless you.
Yeah, that was so masterpiece.
At one point,
beautiful.
I even took out the old original vintage sewer layer playset and had it sitting next to it. And I was going to use that as display.
I
but
love
was like,
that. I love
Clean.
that.
That sewer layer
that
is
old
so
playset,
good.
I use
But-
that with every fucking toy. G.I. Joe's
Hey, right?
down there.
Yes, exactly.
That was the base. That was
That
the
was the base.
underground
That truly
base
was. Oh,
for any scenario, any toy.
But it was too crowded, and there was no room for the VHS box from the NECA Turtles. So instead, I put the sewer playset away for another day. One day, I'm going to have...
Why don't you put the playset to the side of it and hang that on the wall next to it like a picture?
One day, I'm
Don't
going to
have it on the shelf.
this setup, the city building setup from NECA. I'm going to have the secret sewer layer playset from the 2012 Turtles, and I'm going to have the vintage sewer playset all set up with all my turtles on them, but not currently. There's just not enough room for all of them. But bless you, I appreciate it. So, Jose, since we didn't get to see you this weekend, tell us some stories.
Don't.
don't.
Don't. I don't know.
It's like it's like he's broken. Like there's this. It's like somebody blowing the disc.
Don't
Pregnant
do it.
pause is...
Well, it's funny because I was in Chicago the week before you guys were in Chicago.
Right.
I fucking was there for 3 days hitting the workshop to pack everything for the 6 weeks of travel we're about to hit up on.
Oh, sounds like fun.
It was pretty much land, go to the workshop, do the stuff, go to bed, wake up, go to the workshop, do the stuff, go to bed, hit the plane, come home. So that was a fucking blast. But side note, fucking trucking companies sometimes are goddamn thievery. I had a bunch of cool fucking swag. I had a nice waxer for the lady, which was going to make my life pretty cool too. Like, you know, I can't say I didn't have ulterior motives of making sure she had 2 years worth of wax.
Girl, take care of your bush.
But fucking goddamn. So I was hoping that it was there because
This
we had
was
the issue.
the same swag that you had grabbed from the show, and then the truck broke down on the way back.
So then the question was, when I go to the shop, did all that swag get shipped back with the metal frames? And my gut said no. These fuckers saw that there was the box, and the box wasn't on the send now list because we didn't need the box. We needed the fucking frames. So they fucking stole it. Lost all my swag, man.
There's some Teamster with just the smoothest balls right now.
Do you suck these balls?
But are they smooth though?
Look like 2 eggs.
That's my. You wanted a story? I fucking told you a sad one.
Oh,
Oh.
They stole all my shit.
that stinks.
But bright side, got some 3-in-1 body shampoo.
Body
Nice.
shampoo.
You know,
That is the wildest old man excitement I've ever heard in my life.
shit's good stuff though.
Yo.
Well, I've become kind of like a. I don't know. You get
connoisseur?
accustomed. So now I'm like a snob.
It has to be 3-in-1 now. Like nothing else matters but 3-in-1.
Get that fucking cheap shit out of here.
It only does one thing? No, thank you. Pass. Carry
Get
on.
that cheap shit out of here. I got even cheaper shit. It was free.
Yeah. Stolen. But man, just why you gotta be taking other people's shit? You know what I mean?
It's like that NECA shopping cart all over again.
Yeah, but you know what? That worked out.
It did. It did.
That worked out.
And apparently they're so they sold out the NECA Turtles. They were selling them on GameStop individually last week, and they sold out that day. but then apparently they put them back up. Like, they're going to sell them until people stop buying them, I think. I almost bought another set.
You kind of have to
I
at that
almost
price.
Oh, you don't need another set.
And I also saw somewhere that you can go to a GameStop and pre-order them and have them shipped to the store, and then they won't charge you that $8 per figure for shipping.
See, I was wondering if it was like a store pickup. Well, I almost missed.
Yeah, but you also had no idea if you were ever going to have a chance again. So
Right. No. But what I'm saying was I almost missed that I could buy those now. I thought it was going to have to be like I would have to go into the store kind of thing. And then I looked again and reread the email, and it was like pre-order now. And I was like,
Oh.
pre-order now?
Well, speaking of GameStop, Jose, you just
Preach it.
launched
Preach it, brother.
a new video series today on the PoP YouTube.
Oh, that we did. PUBG released its 1.0. It graduated. It was in like beta preview
Okay,
form.
hold it. What is PUBG? Tell everybody what PUBG is.
Player Battlegrounds, Player Unknown Battlegrounds, and it's pretty much it's a battle royal game.
So it's better than that's what Fortnite is trying to be, right?
Fortnite took the game model from this.
Right. That's where it took the model from.
Right. Fortnite is pretty much a kid's version of this because there's no building, there's no cartoon. Fortnite's a cartoon version of this.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Fortnite's NBA Jam. This is Madden.
Wow. I like NBA Jam.
No. Fortnite's great. There's nothing.
I was gonna say NBA Jam's better than Fortnite.
Well, I think the better analogy is NFL Blitz and Madden.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes,
there it is.
What's it, Madden? You got what I was laying down.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
So, we've been playing it, and it was game preview, so there's bugs, there's funny shit, you have great moments. It's 100 people on a plane, and you're either solo, teams of 2, teams of 3, or teams of 4. No more than teams of 4, up to 100 people. You all drop down on this island. Like the terrain never changes. The only thing that changes is whether or not there's loot. You drop, you get armor, backpacks, weapons, and last man standing wins. Survival game. You get 1 life. It's Eminem. You only get 1 shot.
And then the videos are just a compilation of...
Right. A compilation of game footage from playing over the past year. They're going to be themed every other week. Each one's going to be a different theme. So this one that went up today was bloopers. Times the game just fucking screwed up. The game was just being a game in progress. It's a beta, so shit happens. So like, there's a clip where I'm driving, and all of a sudden my truck explodes.
You like run into a guy just walking in the middle of the field, and then your truck explodes.
Yeah, there's a guy. It looked like he was looting in the middle of the field. So I'm aiming for him with my truck. I hit him. He dies, and then I explode. Come to find out, the building. I was going so fast, the game didn't render the buildings in yet.
Oh, so you ran headlong.
So when the buildings rendered in, I'm in the kitchen, exploding. But this guy's already fucking dead. So he got ran over by a guy in a house. It's wild. It's stupid. So it's just shit like that. And then, more going up every other Tuesday. I don't want to bury the lead because on some of the future episodes, but there's some cool ones, folks.
Yeah,
every other Tuesday.
If you're not already subscribed to the PoP YouTube, you should do that because you can get all the Popcast episodes on there. And then when Jose's PUBG videos go live, you can be the first to watch them.
If you're into PUBG, check it out. Give it a shot. Watching games. That's what all these kids are doing these days.
I feel like this isn't necessarily for me, but I feel like
it's not for everybody.
It is it will find an audience.
It's for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not necessarily for us.
If you're into
Back in my
PUBG and you
day.
played it, you'll know you'll feel the pain on some of these.
Juggalo John in the chat says it was a funny video, so co-signed.
Oh, thank you, sir.
God
Thank
bless.
you for
Kelly,
watching.
what's going on?
Not much. After All In, Sunday had just the worst sinus headache all day, so that was fun. Then I went to bed at like 9 and slept until 9, so I got a nice 12-hour coma from Sunday
bless.
into Monday. And then I'm at the 20-hour mark in Yakuza Kiwami, because that's pretty much all I do. I go to work and I play Yakuza.
Hey, man, live your best life.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
I was bowling a bunch today. So there's a card game you can play with children in this one. But for whatever reason, all of the cards are bug-themed sexy ladies, and then they wrestle, and you make them do certain things.
Duh.
Yeah.
So, like, the 3D hologram chess from Star Wars, kind of?
Yeah.
I guess more
But
like a Pokemon.
The best part, though, is like when adults find out you play this, and you're like, "Man, what's this game for perverts?" And you're like, "Perverts? This is a game of skill for children." and then you play against them, and they're like, "Oh man, you're right. This isn't for perverts at all."
Another converter.
I think I progressed a little too far in the game, because there's one character who just runs around town looking to fight you to make you strong. But I think I went too far, because he's not wandering around town anymore. He's just hanging out by like a flaming hobo barrel smoking. And you go up and talk to him and so he's like, "Yeah, I'm out of ideas. Come find me later."
We need a video series on Kelly's video game. Shit's nuts.
But yeah, outside of Yakuza, All In is really the only thing I've got worth talking about.
Well, let's get fucking to it then.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Jose,
man.
like, how much did you hear about the show this past
I don't
weekend?
know. I know wrestling happened.
Okay, cool. Well, you'll
Cool,
get to
cool.
hear it firsthand or
All right.
secondhand.
So, you know, we got in the venue and stuff. How was it getting to the seats for you guys?
It was like we had to climb stairs, which was fun.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Where was it?
It was at the Sears Center in Hoffman Estates. It was actually like 2 miles away from where Expona was. The StarCast convention was in the hotel that we stayed at Expona. So right down the fucking road. Like, we went to Portillo's beforehand. We all met.
Yep.
And
As you should.
we were dead center in between two Portillos. This one that was the opposite direction of the venue, and then the one that you and I paid $70 to Uber to over at Expona. And I said this to Mary after the fact, but we got a lot of Portillos when we went to the Mahoney's for 4th of July. You know, they ordered it, and it was frozen, but it was delicious. And we ate tamales for a week straight. But there is nothing fucking like some fresh, hot Portillos. Ugh.
Oh, so good. So good.
Bless. Got a lemon cake shake and didn't knock it on the ground like I did last time. Me and Kenny both noted when we went up the stairs and were walking around to get to our seats, like it was icy
Yeah,
cold.
It was cold. It was so cold.
Yeah,
up there.
it was nice and cool when we got in there.
But then we got to our seats and it was like there was no AC.
The breeze had gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was hot.
Yeah.
And we were literally 15 feet away from the air ducts.
Yeah, it kind of picked up midway through the show, but for the first couple hours, it was kind of like, we're gonna get a little bit of air in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys get dripped on at all from the ceiling?
Whoa.
No, it was rain. Okay, so it rained really bad during the show.
Yeah.
Because some people I know that got dripped on.
Crazy
Yeah.
thunder.
Watching the show.
You can hear the thunder.
I heard the thunder, but I didn't feel any water coming down on this.
No.
That's good. Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
didn't get hit either. I was wondering if you guys did.
I was doing the dripping later on that night.
Hey.
Nice.
We'll talk about that.
Hotel room high five.
Nice.
Giggity.
So me and Mary leave our hotel to go meet these guys at Portillo's, and we get in an Uber, and the Uber driver's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing in town for?" And we're like, "Oh, we're here for a wrestling show." And he says, "Oh, I just had a wrestler in my car. I didn't know who he is." And he starts pulling up his phone. He's like, "Let me show you who he is." And then he clicks on the Google search, and Rey Mysterio's picture pops up. Rey
That's so
Mysterio
cool still.
was in our Uber right before us, and apparently he got in wearing the mask, but then once they drove away, he took the mask off. So, Mary
Be like,
probably...
whoa, am I being robbed?
And we got out of that Uber just in time before that guy started spouting some MAGA nonsense. But it was pretty cool that Rey Mysterio was in the car before us.
Yeah, good call getting out at that time. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
I showed up right behind you. Or right in front of you, actually.
We're getting out of the Uber, and Kenny is right there. He just got out of his Lyft, and he's coming to give us a hug. And the Uber driver was like, "Watch out, there's a black!" Not really.
Watch out for that black.
That's right. I like to give hugs to people who come out of cars. Dangerous.
Hands up.
I got 911 dialed in case you guys need it. But yeah, so once we got into the venue, Justin and I got kind of lost at first because we see, like, we're heading in the direction of where our section of seats are. And there's just this giant line. And we're like, well, what is this? How do we have to stand in line again to get to our seats? Like, what the fuck? So we find an employee of the building, you know, and her in her red shirts. We go and ask her, like, we show her the tickets and like, how do we get here? And she goes, "Oh, just walk right past this line, and then you go through these glass doors." That's when we discover this is the merch line. Mm-hmm. And there's like 5 different individual lines all next to each other waiting to get shit. And it's like a good section and a half of seating long.
Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of
I don't care about any shirt to stand in line that long.
I regret not picking up any merch, especially that Infinity Gauntlet print that Headlock Comics had with all the All-In guys. But he was selling that at StarCast. So I'm trying to snag that. Maybe one of those
that thing
All-In
is dope. I
hats.
saw that. I think Kazarian had it on his Twitter.
Did you see
that thing was pretty cool.
New shirt they just released today, the Young Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. The actual attendance.
What
amazing.
was the number?
I just had it up 11,000. I literally just had it up on my phone a moment ago.
When tickets went on sale, they touted it as a 10,000-seat arena. Or the bet with Dave Meltzer was, could they fill a 10,000-seat arena? And this shirt they just released shows the actual attendance, and it's 11,263.
Yeah.
And they used every fucking inch of that arena.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, it was packed.
It was packed.
Now, how many... Did you guys see any empty seats?
Nope.
No.
Okay, because we had, like, 1 in my section.
Yeah, I thought for a moment we were going to have a section, but they came late, but they still showed up.
Yeah, and when tickets went on sale and they sold out so quickly, everybody was like, "Oh, you know, that's mostly scalpers. It's going to be a half-empty arena." Nah.
Whoops.
Nah, it wasn't.
No, not the case at all.
At all.
I can't remember. Like, that was the biggest show I've been to in a long time.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much stopped going to WWE shows and just do indie stuff now. So it's like, to be in a big arena was cool.
Yeah, the last WWE show I went to and Jose went to was we saw Raw in Brooklyn when we were there for New York Comic Con. That's when The Rock came out.
Oh yeah,
fucking
that's right.
Goosebump moment because we weren't even supposed to be at that show. That show was a joke. That hey, why don't you get us tickets? That turned into we got you tickets. Oh shit! Not only did we get tickets. Oh shit! Is that The Rock's music? Oh shit!
And I don't know how much smaller the Sears Center is than Barclays.
Well, I say it's a mini Allstate Arena essentially. Yeah. Like the Allstate Arena is just a little bit bigger than the Sears Center.
But man, there was an energy in that place
Oh, dude, the
Oh,
building
God,
shook.
yeah.
There was
Like when the building shook. Oh, that was
So
incredible.
they have the record. Am I correct on that?
well,
For
an independent wrestling show.
Yeah, for independent wrestling show.
Like
right.
there's
For independent, it's the biggest independent show.
yeah, there's no
Mm-hmm.
fucking contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good sign. I like that.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, it's
I like
huge.
that. It's a good trend. It's a solid trend.
And because they went all in, you know, pardon the pun, you know, that's part of the reason I wanted to go. Like, it's balls to try and make this happen. And I wanted to do everything I could to be a part of it and to support it, to support the entrepreneurship of those guys. Little did I know that it was going to sell out in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
No.
funny thing, because like going in, we're like, oh man, they need, you know, we need to buy these tickets, we need to help them along. It's like, oh, they didn't need us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm glad we got in when we fit in, because that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tight. This might be the biggest wrestling show I've ever been to.
It definitely had a WrestleMania feel to it.
Yes. And it was, oh man, the crowd's having fun. But we were paying attention to the show. We were reacting to the show in the way they wanted us to react.
Yes, exactly.
No one was throwing fucking beach balls.
Not a single
everywhere.
fucking beach ball. I thought if they wanted to embrace it, like during an intermission, they throw out a bunch of all-in beach balls. But no CM Punk chants.
Nope.
No.
No. The crowd was cool.
No real.
Nobody. Nobody.
No.
CM Punk?
Not
I
a
heard
one.
one Super Dragon
In
chant, that was
Chicago,
it.
no CM Punk,
Yep.
huh?
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
pretty much
He's
knew
grown.
he
We've
wasn't
grown
going to
as
be
a
there.
people.
Well, and he actually did an autograph signing the day before too, and apparently that went really well. So
Yeah,
it wasn't like,
he seemed to have a great time.
yeah, he had a good time. So I don't
they
think
were-
there was.
Cody and the Bucks were pretty transparent that they put an offer out to him, but it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Plus, Colt was on the show, so
You don't need anything with that.
Yeah, which is weird because Colt co-owns pro wrestling tees. So
Sure,
it's like,
yeah. He
It's just so
kickstarted the
much-
whole fucking movement.
yeah.
All right,
So-
so let's start going through the show.
Yeah.
Started off with the 0 Hour, which was on WGN. The opening match saw the SCU.
SCU.
There it is. Team of Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky defeating the Briscoes.
Dressed as Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was awesome.
I said
I
to
could
Kenny,
not believe how over SCU was.
SCU is so over, and it makes my heart just like swell with happiness.
Jose, you remember Kazarian, right?
Yes, I was going to say that name. Who?
It was him and Christopher Daniels were always at the Oh Yeah booth at like C2E2 and
Yes.
stuff. We've
Yes.
got video of them a bunch of times.
He look. Who,
Oh, you call him Steve Brule. You say Kazarian looks like Steve Brule.
Steve Rule.
What's funny is it's Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, a African-American gentleman, and they come out as Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed, but because Kazarian tanned so much and we were so far away from the entrance, I couldn't tell which one was which.
tell which one was Apollo.
You couldn't
Yeah,
tell,
I didn't
'cause they're
even-
both bald-headed too.
I didn't even
It
put
was
two
like,
and two together that obviously Scorpio Sky is Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
Kazarian had one hell of a tan.
Tell
He
him
had a
you don't see
super tan.
color. You just see a match.
Right.
You see technique out there.
That's right.
I saw no color. I just saw technique. I saw wrestling ability shown to the masses. No color.
And was it just me, or was it pretty much silent when the Briscoes made their entrance?
Dude,
Yeah.
dead silent, man.
And they looked like they smelled like hot dogs.
Well, yeah, that's just how they always
That's
look.
how they always look. But yeah, the crowd was not feeling the Briscoes whatsoever, which is incredible. I didn't realize they had.
What happened? Are they usually a favorite?
I mean,
They were
depends on what
a few
city
years
they're
ago.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Like what Kelly said, it definitely depends on where part of the area they're in.
I
Well-
think I remember the Briscoes sound familiar, but all I imagine is Bruce Campbell as Briscoe County. with some other fucking cowboy guy.
You have
Yes.
such a beautiful mind.
That's a wonderful reference. I love you. I
Steve
missed
Brule
it. I love
versus
you.
Briscoe County Jr.
Briscoe County Jr. in a no holds barred hay match.
Well, Jay Briscoe was ROH champ at one point, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he said some foul shit about gay people while he
Yes.
was champ, and he kind of fell off hard after that, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I
Well,
said
and
to
the
Kenny,
crazy thing is that at some point WWE was all set to sign the Briscoes and already had like a PR plan ready to go to kind of
yeah,
clean them up. But then Ring of Honor just backed up the money truck and re-signed them.
huh.
Wow.
Those guys are legit scary.
Like
They
I've
are
heard
scary.
Oh yeah, I've heard rumors that AJ Styles' entrance music was originally going to be for the Briscoes.
Oh, I also heard it was supposed to be for the Revival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I could
I
have been
could
on
see
board for
either
either
one.
one of those. Yeah.
I
That
said
would've
to
been
Kenny-
dope either way.
They should introduce a third Briscoe brother and bring in Enzo.
Oh
That's
God.
what.
Because, like, if you squint from where we were sitting, Jay kind of looked like a dirty Enzo Amore.
Listen,
Yeah, no, I can
he's
see
the
it.
Briscoe who went to the city, had the big dreams.
Our
Lost the
old
accent.
city slicker brother.
City Slicker
Yeah.
Briscoe.
They stayed home
Yeah.
on the chicken farm.
Yeah.
Every time he fucks up, they just look at each other and shake their head. There's some city boy doesn't know the ways of Briscoe County.
New York. Oh.
Overall, match was pretty good. SCU won. I thought it was a little long. The Briscoes had kind of a control period that seemed to never end.
Yeah, that part of the match was like they're just gonna just beat the mess out of him forever.
Yeah.
It seemed.
But like it ended
Surprisingly-
up working out because that finish was
That
so
was-
hot.
That was a cool finish.
Yeah.
That reverse doomsday, it was like a reverse doomsday. Like it was.
It was
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
his
yeah.
Doomsday device turned into a power slam.
Power slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
They had Kazarian up for a Doomsday. The one Briscoe goes
His
to...
name's Brule.
His name's Brule. The one Briscoe goes for the Doomsday device. Brule catches him in a fucking power slam and power
Incredible.
slams him from the top.
Yeah, that was slick.
And then he goes for the pin. The other Briscoe kind of looks to break it up, but Scorpio Sky comes running in with a flying knee and knocks him
Yes,
out.
knocks him. Cold.
That was cool,
That was,
too.
That was cool. Yeah, like that match was really fun. It probably didn't have to be that long, but
Especially surprising how long it was, considering the other match was a battle royal. That
Battle Royal. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd give more time, but
Yeah, the Battle Royal, I liked. Well, I thought it was pretty good, but
it
like,
was so much fun.
I
Yeah.
had so much fun.
the major problem that I think it had, honestly, was the entrance because they didn't come out in the order that they were announcing them.
100%.
So, like, there were even people that I didn't recognize. So I'm like, wait, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, that was really frustrating.
I didn't realize the best friends were in it until I saw them in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't either. Once I saw them, I was like, oh, Trent. It was weird because you feel like that match that ran too long was going to give guys time to do their entrances, but this just seemed like they weren't going to do it in the first place. Like, they just had, like, just get out there.
Yeah.
And,
The
and
Battle
do it.
Royal, Jose, was dubbed the over-the-budget Battle Royal, and they made a deal with WGN America.
Is that what the opening thing was?
Yeah, they made a deal with WGN America to do the first hour, basically a Sunday night heat on WGN
Yeah.
to sell more pay-per-views. And
All
the
right.
winner of the over-the-budget Battle Royal would get a ROH World Championship match later on in the night against Black Machismo Jay Lethal.
Yes.
So, a lot
He's
riding.
Macho Man, right?
Yes.
You gotta do the
And
Macho Man.
he was he came out to the ring with Lanny Poffo, Randy Savage's brother. So it was
Oh, that's
cool.
fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, came out
They
to
have
the
a T-shirt that says "Brothers from Another Mother,"
Yeah.
and I want it.
That's fucking.
I want that
brilliant.
in my life.
That is fucking brilliant. And
Yeah.
Macho Man was full on board, right? He dug
He
it.
get,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Lenny gave him a jacket, like the jacket he wore to All In. Apparently, that was a Macho Man original jacket he wore down the ramp.
That's
like,
awesome.
Glenn gifted him that, which is incredible.
Fucking nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
That's some badass shit right there.
I would say there were probably half a dozen entrants in the Battle Royal that could have logically won and went on to challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
there was a
yeah.
lot of people I thought could have won.
Me and Kenny talking, our favorites at different points were Colt,
Yep.
Ethan Page, All Ego.
Yes. All
Jose,
Ego.
You remember Ethan Page from some of the WrestleMania shows? You do. You know him. He's great. Brian Cage, fucking Wolverine. Jordan Grace.
I thought for sure
Yo.
it was going to be her.
Yeah.
I thought she was
going
gonna
to
win. Yeah, that was my first time seeing her. Like I've seen so many like cards with her around here that I haven't been able to make it to, but seeing her for the first time, she's legit.
She's
she's great. I thought for sure because it'd be awesome. Like, oh, she'd be the first woman to ever challenge for the Ring of Honor World title
on this huge stage too.
Yeah.
She's what, like probably 5'8", built like a little like female Wolverine, and at one point she squatted Brian Cage over her back.
Like what can you squat? One Brian Cage.
They had Bully Ray was in it. Tommy Dreamer.
I'll be filling in the Justin role. He texted me about
My boy Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy
Yes,
Dreamer.
he was in polka dots.
Yep.
But Justin's take on this match was fuck Bully Ray.
Bully Ray came out last, so everybody's like, "Oh fuck, no, they're not gonna give it to Bully Ray."
And then he powerbombed Chico. Ooh.
Yeah. Powerbomb Chico through a table.
Through a table.
Right off the bat. Chico is a luchador, Jose. And also Billy Gunn and Billy Gunn's son were in the match.
Do you know what his name is? Dude, like I just kept saying Billy Gunn's son on the show.
Yeah, that's all I knew too.
See, yeah. Billy Gunn's gun. Billy Gunn's handgun?
Austin Gunn.
Should have named him Tommy.
There was one bit where there were a bunch of dives to the outside, and then it was Dreamer and Billy Gunn
and Billy Gunn, yeah, who
were
did
left
all
in the ring. So they look at each other, and then they go to run off the ropes to also dive onto this group of people outside the ring. They are about to hit the ropes to make the dive, and they stop short and then gingerly step through the ropes.
It was great. That was so funny.
God, Billy Gunn is so full of steroids. It's
Dude,
great.
he's huge.
He's
like,
so
from where we were
jacked.
sitting, like him and Brian Cage, like you could just see the veins.
Oh God,
we were
yeah.
up high. We were in the 200 section, guys.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh dang, man, they're really vascular.
And we were up high, but still not a bad seat in the
Not
house.
a bad
really.
seat though. Yeah. Oh, such a quality look.
And then, go ahead,
So, what do you think about Marco Stunt? Like that was my first time seeing him.
dude.
I
Marco
wish he would have
Stunt.
had more of a chance to show off what he can do.
Agreed.
Marco,
I think he got beat up by Bully Ray too much.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like that. That annoyed me.
he was on that Lost in New York show, and they pulled him out of the crowd for like an open challenge, and they pretended like he was just some kid in the crowd, and he fucking wowed everybody. And it was immediately after that they booked him for All In.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
great.
he didn't get anywhere near as many flippy things as he should have had.
He did not. Like at every turn, Bully Ray was like throwing him somewhere.
He's a bully.
It was really weird. So, is Marco Stunt just a flippy cheeseburger?
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
I've seen a cheeseburger do a flip.
There's actually a wrestler named Cheeseburger, and he's just as like tiny as Marco Stunt.
And he was in that match too.
And he
and
was
they
in the
did-
match too.
They didn't
And
have
how
him
did-
do anything.
Yeah, how did Cheeseburger and Marco Stunt not face off?
I'm not 100% sure, but we got back to our hotel after the show, and I'm trying to get like a pizza delivery menu or something like that. And there's a guy standing in front of me. He turns around and he sees my Joey Janela shirt, and he goes, "Hey, nice shirt," and turns back around. And I'm like, I think that might be someone from the show. I think it might have been Cheeseburger. but I'm not 100%.
You never know.
Never know.
Fucking Rey
I saw-
Mysterio was
I
in my
saw you-
Uber the other night.
It's true.
Dude, in his dope Wolverine outfit. Oh, looking amazing.
So what was the final bits of the match there?
Okay, so it looks like Bully Ray's gonna win after he tosses Colt out. Everyone gets real bummed about that.
Yeah.
And then we remember that Chico wasn't really eliminated. He was just powerbombed through a table. Chico runs in, tosses out Bully Ray, rips off the mask, and reveals that he's really Flip Gordon.
So at this point in time, I'm like grabbing Knize and like pointing to Chico, like Chico's still in this match. Chico's still in this match. And then like I'm still trying to figure out like why Chico.
Who is it? Yeah.
And then I grab Knize. I'm like, it's Flip. Let it be Flip. Like I'm hoping it's Flip. Like
Jose, one of the big storylines leading up to All In on the Being the Elite show was they weren't letting Flip Gordon be a part of it.
Okay.
So his bit was they did a tailgate party beforehand, and his tailgate party was Flip Gordon's all-out tailgate party. But then he's sneaky. He put on a
snuck his
luchador
way.
mask.
Yes.
And to even throw the scent off of it happening,
Funny.
Yeah.
they had booked the Vic Theater for a showing of All In with Flip hosting it.
That's
and they
nice.
sold
Make it
fucking
like
smart,
it's gonna be
man.
Off property.
That was
Yeah.
so cool when Kelly
They
told
sold
me that.
tickets
That's-
to it. I didn't know that they had canceled it and refunded all the tickets.
Holy
What fucking
shit!
cover story. That is
Dude.
fucking
So
brilliant.
I
Isn't
had
fucking
assumed
incredible?
he
to go
was still
through
there.
with taking the money and like, no, don't worry, we'll just refund it. Fuck it. Just go
Yeah.
do it.
Dude, like I was so invested in Flip Gordon's story. Like he's an adorable flat earther. Like
Yeah.
he's absurd. Like I
Yeah.
love him and I enjoy watching him wrestle. So like he's been like my favorite character and like one of my favorite characters in Being the Elite in the segments. So like I was heavily invested in this, and when that mask went off, like I almost shed a tear. It's like
The
Flip made it.
crowd went fucking nuts.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
dude, that was like the second time the building shook.
It was the
like I kept track
perfect
of how many
ending.
times the building shook. It was incredible.
They could not have booked that ending better
No,
No, it
because
was
it
perfect.
paid off storylines. It
It
popped the
paid
crowd.
off.
That's a fucking long con.
It is.
To go through,
Dude.
to
Watch
was
Being
a
the
bet.
Elite.
to take the money, knowing you have to go through the hassle of giving everybody's money back to say, fuck it, it's worth it. That
Yeah.
is brilliant.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
it's amazing.
like if you go back to watching Being
would
the
tell him,
Elite,
don't even
like,
worry
Cody
about refunding
shits
me.
on
You
Flip
earned that
the
money.
entire time. Like at every turn, they kept telling Flip no. And then like one of the last episodes is when he said, "Okay, I'll still be there in my own party," and they have the all-out party booked, and you still think that no, they may like cancel that. But then he has something else that he books after all-out party. You're like, man, they're really not gonna let this happen. Like they really did. Like they went the extra mile
That's beautiful.
to book to really just sell this storyline because I
And
was
then-
like, no.
Flip
That's
wins.
Mahoney, Trick and Juan, and the Tom Brady. All over.
Flip wins, and then they go off air on WGN, and it's like, oh, you like that? Buy the pay-per-view now, asshole.
Buy the pay-per-view,
Yep.
baby.
Brilliant. Fucking these guys learned a few things in their time.
Oh,
in
yeah,
business.
they did.
Dude, wow.
Alright, so then the show officially kicks off with
Yep.
a singles match, which saw Matt Cross beat MJF. It was a
Now-
fine little opener.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it absolutely should have been cut for time.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's one of those
this
things
match,
that, like, yeah.
But
Just
kind
throw
of-
those guys
only
in the
should have
battle royal.
happened. This match should have only happened if MJF got to get on the mic and then kind of squashed Cross.
Yeah, there
MJF is fire.
that
Yeah, he
was
should have cut a promo, and then Cross should have just, like, hit him with a move and pinned him or something.
Or something like that. Yeah,
Just like-
exactly.
Because his promo work is easily his best trait.
that kid's great.
So good. Yeah, it's great.
That would be one of my few complaints about All In was there weren't
Yeah.
enough promos. Like, sure, most everyone knows the storyline here, but tell the story to the people who are just tuning in that just caught this on WGN and are
Yes.
brand new to this. It just a couple lines on the mic.
Yeah. But yeah, this
MJF could have been that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, this is, like I said, in hindsight, I definitely would have cut it for time.
Yeah.
Just toss him in the battle royal. You pretty much accomplished the same thing.
Sure, and they didn't even
Basically, yeah, no
announce
doubt.
that match beforehand, I don't think.
What was that? Sorry.
I don't think they announced that match ahead of time.
No, they did not.
So
They did not know. That was the last minute, it felt like, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just assumed MJF was going to be in the battle royal.
well, yeah, they were both
Same,
booked,
I thought so too.
but they hadn't booked their match together. I thought it was a decent opening bout for a match like that, but yeah, you're totally right. They should have cut it.
Yeah.
I like the styles. You know, this kid, what is he, 20? And Matt Cross is
21 or
20.
22.
Matt Cross has got to be pushing late 30s. He's gray.
Yeah.
But he can still fucking go, man. That guy's amazing.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he got some moves on him.
He did the superhero landing at one point, and the
Yes.
referee mouths the word, wow.
Next match was Christopher Daniels defeating Stephen Amell, Mr. Arrow. Arrow
Yes.
is fucking. He's good. He's solid.
Stephen Amell is solid. Like he is like I think Knize, you said it, like to me, like between SummerSlam and that, like he looks like he had improved immensely.
Sure.
Yes.
I think he definitely has a problem with blowing up quickly, which
Yeah.
Yes.
he's in shape, but I don't know if
He's
he
not in ring
has
shape.
he doesn't have the cardio for a live performance like that. And I think, you know, in front of that huge crowd, he probably got real excited real fast and just got super tired. In comparison, you look at
Coming down
Joey
from that
Janela.
sugar high.
What's that?
So coming down from that sugar high.
Right. You look at someone like Joey Janela. Janela does not have the best body in the world. But he comes out, and from the word jump, he already looks tired, so he doesn't appear to get more tired.
No, he
as the
never
match
really
goes.
looks gassed.
No. My absolute favorite part of the Christopher Daniels Stephen Amell match was Jerry Lynn as the referee.
Yes.
I lost
Lynn.
my fucking mind.
Why did he pop his shirt off at that one point?
I think because it's kind of like
they're-
you have to take the referee's shirt off to like fuck with them. Like, I'm not the referee now. I'm Jerry Lynn. Quit fucking around.
Like,
yeah,
a couple people
don't chest bump me, mister.
in my rows were talking like, "Oh, what if Christopher Daniels just puts the shirt on? Is he the referee then?"
Look
Christopher
at me, I'm the
Daniels
captain now.
had an
Yeah.
old Hawkeye comic book cover stitched onto one of his knees.
That was cool. That was so cool.
Yeah. The high point of the match for me was Stephen Amell's sick table bump.
Yes,
Yep.
same.
So he did good, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he went to that table clean as a whistle.
He seems to
what-
get into whatever he's doing. He wants to.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to be that. He wants to be good.
And I
Yes.
Because initially, like, the spot, because, like, he hits Daniels, like, tumbles out of the ring and just conveniently lays across the table. And you're like, oh, God, that looked like so shit.
Why was he there? What was his?
He's friends with Cody.
yeah, Stephen Amell is a member of the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
part of
came
the
out
Bullet
to the
Club.
Bullet Club theme.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
And-
so Daniels takes that bump, lands on the table, and is like, oh no, what am I doing here? Amell goes up to the top rope and jumps off, and Daniels rolls off, knowing he would do that.
Yeah.
Amell just
Yeah.
flies straight through the table, and the table just explodes under it.
You know, the
Yeah.
WB's like, what the fuck did he just do?
The WB.
We just did our major crossover, and he's jumping onto a fucking table from the
It's-
top rope.
It's funny you think about it,
Where's
and
his
you
stuntman, buddy?
kind of think that his being on the show would bring more eyes to All In, but I feel like he was a fish out of water, and he wasn't sure what to make of this whole thing, and it was bigger than he expected, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of like Shia LaBeouf at C2E2.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because Daniels was
Taking it
definitely
way back.
the guy who had the most support, especially with all the SCU love.
Sure.
Yeah, he did. Oh my gosh.
Like, in front of a different crowd, Amel's the clear favorite. But
Right.
Daniels came off so well here. SCU!
SCU.
So then after that was the four-way women's match, between which saw Tessa Blanchard beat Madison Rayne, Chelsea Green, and
When
Britt
did
Baker.
Goldberg come out?
No Goldberg.
Never.
See, Jose,
Goldberg.
Chelsea Green is your girl. Who
Yes.
You were kept yelling at the
The one with good
WrestleCon
form?
Super Show.
Yes, you were heckling her nicely,
Nice.
and she shot you a smile. She's
Good
dating
time.
Zack Ryder. Her bit currently is that she's the hot mess. She got, stood up at the altar on Impact,
Yeah.
so now she's
Yeah.
just a crazy...
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah. And Tessa came out with Dad Tully Blanchard on the left and Stepdad Magnum TA on
And
the
Magnum
right.
TA.
And
Nice.
like in the
Just put those
past
two
year,
together.
since Tessa took that elbow from Kairi Sane in the first round of the Mae Young Classic, she has bulked up considerably. She is
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. She is
huge,
yeah,
man.
She's jacked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to catch her in a dark alley. She would beat the mess out of me.
Or-
And Madison
Yeah.
Rayne
Ew.
was just in the Mae Young Classic as Ashley Rayne, which has not aired yet. No spoilers.
What
I
is
think
her
tomorrow
tag team
that
partner?
starts,
No,
right?
I say no spoilers.
But yeah,
I think it is
the match was. I liked the match quite a bit. Initially, it really lost the crowd. Like,
Yes.
I don't know what happened. Like, the crowd just died, and like I wasn't really into it either. To be
Well,
quite
also,
honest,
I
but
feel
they
like-
worked fucking hard and got the
Yes.
crowd back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it from the beginning. I was talking. I think we were talking about it in the car. I was like, I don't know why people were kind of like, down, especially after. I mean, it could have been because of a male match. Like, that was a pretty big spot, but I don't know. That was kind of weird.
They weren't
Like, they
leaving.
were working their butts off.
They
Yeah.
weren't leaving any time to breathe between matches. Like, the match would end, the loser would still be in the ring, and they'd be playing the next match's theme music.
Or,
So I
or
think-
they'd be cut to the video package that like would lead into it. So
Right.
like, yeah, either or. Like a
You
match
got
started.
time. There's no time to fuck around. There's
It's
wrestling.
true, but
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah,
giving the
it's true. It was
crowd.
very tight.
Yeah, what,
And
you
I
guys-
mean, and it's very true looking
an
at
hour of
how
bullshit?
things ended up.
Yeah,
It-
You
it's
guys
very,
want some wrestling.
It wasn't giving the crowd time to settle down, get their voices back, chill out for a second, and then be able to keep going. So I think
Yeah.
that's why the crowd was a little underwhelmed at the beginning.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they beat the hell out of each other. Like, it was
They
working
sure did.
really stiff.
Yeah.
Bunch of moves where people just got dumped on their heads.
Yeah.
But yeah,
A
once they got it going and got the crowd behind them, it was awesome.
A
yeah,
sick
Chelsea
Canadian
did like
destroyer.
a dive to the. That was incredible. Like they were out there working it. Like just
And I
really
love
physical.
Britt Baker coming out to Adam Cole's music because I love that song. That song is great.
MJF has one of the best theme songs on the indies currently.
Yes, and I love that it's his, so he just takes
Right.
it around everywhere.
Yeah.
It's still Marty Skrull's for my money. That beat
His is awesome,
slaps.
too.
That beat
Yeah.
just slaps. Like how could you not? Ugh.
Yeah, that beat's great.
Yes, it is.
But besides the four-way and Jordan Grace being in the Battle Royal, that was all the women's matches that there were.
Yeah,
There was-
we would see one more woman later in the night.
Oh, a couple
we'd see
more.
Women
We
later.
see a couple of women.
Yeah.
We'd see a
taking some
couple
bumps.
Now
Yeah,
that I think about
Some
it.
ride or die chicks, man.
ride or die
Yeah.
chicks, man. That's what it's about in this game. For real.
In fact, we would see in the next match, which saw Cody. Sorry, not Cody Rhodes. I don't know who Cody Rhodes is. Which saw Cody win the NWA Championship from Nick Aldis.
Dude, was this match placed any better on the card? Like this was
I'm gonna
the
be honest.
perfect.
I missed the opening bit because I went to the bathroom.
The opening bit,
The opening bit where
They-
everybody walked down with everybody.
they basically did boxing intros where
Yeah.
they showed the guys coming from backstage with their group of cornermen. Cody had
And Pharaoh!
Cody had his dog Pharaoh.
I was so mad I missed the dog.
He had DDP,
Aw.
he had Glacier, he had Tommy Dreamer all in his corner. They show on the video
Fucking
screen.
Glacier.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
we didn't
right.
get your DVDs back, Jose.
They show Cody on the big screen making his way from the back, and he has this look on his face that it immediately made me fucking break down into tears. Like, the look on his face said it all. Like, this is what he's been working for this whole time. This is what he risked his WWE career for. And he's got his family around him. He's got the Dream looking down on him from heaven. He's got his fucking pup right next to him.
But he goes like he's got his wife, his dog, and like his closest family and friends like walking into the ring. Like, that was an incredible moment. Like, I definitely
Super
felt
emotional.
that way too.
My God.
Like, that was just beautiful.
Yeah,
Like, if you're a historian of wrestling, like, this match right here, this is heavy.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is
this match is not about the match itself at all.
Sure.
Because the match itself was fucking whatever. It
I
doesn't
feel
really
like
matter.
almost they worked an old school NWA type match.
They absolutely
they absolutely did. They did.
So, Jose,
And
this was for the
what mattered
NWA.
was the moments.
This was for the NWA championship. This is the belt that was the WCW belt back in the day.
10 pounds ago.
That Dusty held for however many times he held it.
That Flair held.
Yeah.
The belt of champion.
It was the TNA belt for the longest time.
Yep.
That's right, it was. I forgot about that.
And it's funny because you, at face value, you think it's kind of fucked up that Cody would win one of the most prestigious titles in wrestling at his own show, but then you also think about it that it wasn't his call. Like, Billy
Corgan
he's
got
booking the show.
Bad boy.
Yep.
He's booking
That's
the show.
his belt.
But he doesn't have control over the NWA. It's Billy Corgan.
That's right, Billy Corgan.
I believe you mean NWA President William Patrick Corgan.
Who looks like a straight-up Dick Tracy villain.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's from Chicago. He's playing the part.
Brandy Rhodes.
See, you're not going to get me, capa.
Brandy
Got my own
Rhodes.
wrestling. Got my own belt.
Brandy Rhodes might be one of the most striking women on the face of the earth. She looked amazing at ringside. She looked like a chocolatey disco ball at ringside for
She was
this
so
match.
shiny.
She was so shiny.
But
wasn't
what
she?
Mary pointed out,
she was just like glisten.
she was wearing stiletto heels, like high heels, and around the ring were like gym mats, like regular mats, and it looked like she was walking bow-legged in the heels because of the weird. It wasn't a solid footing, so she
She made it work.
She
like,
did.
Honey made it work though.
And she
And then fucking took
a fucking elbow drop to the back off the top rope.
Nick Aldis is a large man.
He's a big. He looks like a champion.
Aldis.
Yes, that's I said that on the last show. I was just on. I was like, he looks the part of a champion.
He is married to Mickey James.
Yes. He looks
Jose.
like a champion. He looks like he's got tits that are ready to be a wet nurse.
And he's just
but like not in the gross like gender way, but it's just like, slap a baby on those.
He's just beating the fuck out of Cody this entire match.
Yeah.
And he goes up to the top to do an elbow drop, and Brandy covers Cody like, don't. He's already dead. And all this comes off the top and just drops the elbow right in the middle of her back. Talk about ride or die.
Yep.
Ride or die.
I feel like my wife,
his blade.
my wife would take a elbow drop for me.
That's love.
She could take a punch. But man, and DDP got involved at one point.
Diamond cutter.
What?
Yeah.
Who is he there for?
He was a corner man for Cody.
He was a corner man for Cody.
Cody.
Yeah. Like
he diamond cut our who was it?
It was Daivari.
Daivari, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
What? Not Daivari.
Yeah.
Daivari was in Nick Aldis' corner.
Yeah, along with
Daivari Parker.
It was Daivari, Tim Strong and Jeff Jarrett were in
Jeff Jarrett.
all this
Oh,
corny.
fucking Jeff Jarrett!
Yeah.
Fuck off!
I think
Well, I
that's
mean-
the fun. Like, it's incredible how many just names were on this show.
Slap.
That
nut.
like for my yeah, a slap nuts reference.
But
by
like,
the way. I,
they were on the show, but not as a gimmick.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of them were there because, like, I don't want to miss being a part of this.
Because of what?
No
it was,
way.
what it
Absolutely.
is.
Oh, dude, at the moment. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No
we
doubt.
forgot to mention before the show started, they brought out Road Warrior Animal
Let's
on a
get
fucking
into
motorcycle.
Oh no, that's right. They did.
You're crazy. Crazy, Lewis.
But yeah, he won, and it was
Wait, go.
super emotional.
Yeah,
Great
no,
moment.
It was
I,
a really huge moment.
yeah, I got a little choked up when Cody won.
The
Fuck.
entire crowd was there for Cody,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and it
Listen,
just
it
goes
was
to
the Bullet
show,
Club
like,
convention, man. Like it
he
was just an.
went out on his own and
Mhm.
made a name and probably ran the most notable wrestling show in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Him and
How
just
much were tickets?
they were cheap. Our upper bowl tickets were like $20.
$20, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's not,
Yeah.
not bad. Not bad.
No,
Yeah, I
they
think
could
where
have
Justin
sold.
and I were sitting there like 53.
Yeah, they could have sold tickets for a lot more than they did,
Oh yeah.
considering the demand. But they didn't. They wanted to
They-
fill that arena.
Yeah, and they want everybody to have a chance to see it. Like
Yeah.
everybody who can afford like a $20 ticket had a chance to get on to his show.
We were
And-
aiming for like $60 tickets, but that
yeah,
just didn't
exactly.
happen.
Yeah. And even going with what Kenny said, with they wanted people to be able to see this show because it's like it was on, you had the hour on WGN. It was on your cable provider. You can get it for pay-per-view. It was on Fight. It was on Ring of Honor's Honor Club.
Mm-hmm.
Today or last night, it popped up on New Japan World.
Yep.
Like
Oh.
they're making sure it's available to watch.
I'm getting that DVD.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes, absolutely.
Like, and I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if the Aldis Cody match pops up on the NWA YouTube within the next week or
100%.
so.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll get like a retrospective from them on that. That's just well produced. I gotta watch more of those.
Yeah, no, their stuff is great.
It really is.
So this is about halfway through the show, right?
I'd say closer to, well,
Yeah, I think so. I think
It was
this
a
is little
5-hour
bit-
show.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, he
next
won the
match.
title midway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they knew that wasn't really going to be any kind of barn burner,
Right.
so they just put it at the middle of the show.
And they also had the Ring of Honor title match still to go. And
Okay.
like all of the big marquee matches were still
So that was just the halftime moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's just smart booking. Like, is like what Kelly exactly what you said. Like they knew this wasn't going to be like an amazing match that's going to like get folks on their feet, but the moment was going to be impactful enough.
Yeah.
For that time within the show, within the card itself.
Yeah.
and they
That's
saved
pretty cool.
the 6-man Young Bucks and Rey Mysterio spot fest for the main event.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And they followed it up with a fucking nuts match, and one of my favorite matches of the whole night with the
Yes.
Chicago street fight where Adam Page beat Joey Janela.
Yep.
And
My
it was
match of the
nuts.
night. 100%.
Yeah, that match was insane.
I feel like not a lot of people in that arena knew what to make of Joey Janela.
Yeah, I
I
don't think so.
Yeah, I think that their only like interaction with Joey Janela has been being the elite.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
Which
think
was minimal.
That's weird because honestly, he's everywhere. Like I saw him. I told you guys I saw him a couple months ago in the wintertime. He came up here for a show in Chicago, and I got it immediately. I'm like, oh my god, Joey Janela's the shit.
But
Yeah.
on the whole,
Any doors?
no doors.
No,
No
doors.
doors.
Yeah. Oh my god. Listen, they hyped me up on those doors so much. I wanted some doors in this
Yeah.
match.
No, the doors are bad. The doors, when done right, is fucking nice.
The
And they
guy,
didn't have any doors at my show here in Chicago, which is like, oh man.
the guy who
boo no
runs
doors.
GCW tweeted after All In. He's like, if Spring Break 3 can sell out a 20,000 seat arena, we'll get real tables. And Kenny tweeted at me and Kelly, and I tweeted at this guy. I'm like, no, don't get rid of the doors.
Like,
just buy more doors.
Buy more doors. Like, I've been sold on this show to see doors explode. Don't ruin that, okay?
Yeah. But by the end of this match,
awesome, though.
that entire arena and everyone watching know who Joey Janela is. And
That's
is a
right.
Joey
They
Janela
better
fan.
know. And
Because
Penelope
he
Ford.
didn't get the greatest response when he came out, but everyone knew who he was.
You
And
Which
remember
is
like,
weird.
was
Like
after.
his entrance, I dig Joey Janela's music
so
and his
good.
entrance. Like it's so cool.
I thought about starting a few Joey Janela chants, but knew I would just be hung out to dry.
yeah,
Anyway, don't
no,
worry, I
that's
would have
the
been with
same.
you, pal. I would have been with you. It's okay. You would have had one with you.
Sure. Probably 3 with the wife.
That's right.
But it's like everyone was there for the Bullet Club guys.
Yes.
And the big thing in this match was it was continuing Adam Page's crusade against people named Joey.
Right.
After he
Because-
had killed
Pretender.
after he had killed Joey Ryan to claim the spot as the true greatest dick wrestler in the world. So Joey Janela would be the next Joey that he would take on.
Yeah.
We
So-
saw a couple callbacks to that storyline. In fact, we saw Adam Page screaming at his boots because the boots talked to him because they saw him kill Joey Ryan.
Cracker Barrel
Cracker
was
Barrel.
a
Boots.
sponsor of the show, Jose. And at one point, Joey Janela pulls a tablecloth off of something, and it's a full-size logo Cracker Barrel, like an
A
actual
Cracker
barrel.
Yeah, an
So,
actual barrel. It
Me
was
and
incredible.
fucking Kelly independently are thinking, oh, he's going to try and do the great Sasuke spot. But
Put the
instead,
barrel over his head and jump off.
He-
Oh my God! Please.
he
I-
rolls the Cracker Barrel around the ring and then throws it at Adam Page, who hops over it like it's fucking Donkey Kong.
And a Donkey Kong chant
Oh, it was
ensues
so great.
from a section across from us. It was wonderful.
It was a comedy match, a hardcore match, and like a
A
just
combo core?
hard fought, like
This was hard. Like this, I
Janela
was
took
afraid
some
Janela. Yeah,
sick
listen,
bumps.
I thought Janela. Remember the table spot off the stage?
Yes,
when
where
he
he
missed the second
barely hit
table?
the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I was like, he's got
He's
me down.
nuts.
he's nuts.
He got
Dude,
thrown.
he loves it. He thrives off those bumps. Because
Yeah,
I remember
and
the
he
one
knew.
I was like, off the
Thrown on
roof.
those chairs with like the hardbacks.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
So
So
those-
they knew this is where he needs to go his most nuts.
Yes.
yeah, he knew he was prepared. But oh my goodness, I was afraid. Like
The-
I was legit like, dude, is he okay? Like I'm trying to look
Yeah.
over and see if he's okay.
The
And then
entrance
fucking
ramp.
Penelope Ford
Oh,
just
bless
blew
that girl.
everyone away. She's so good.
She's
and
so
like,
good.
And the funny, like I was asking, because my parents were watching the show on pay-per-view at home, and so I talked to them the next day about stuff. And my mom's main takeaway from this match was she should have been in the women's match, but they didn't keep her there. They didn't put her in there because she would have killed the other ones.
She can take a bump like no other. What was the big bump that she took from Paige in that match?
Oh shit!
She actually didn't take a bump in the match. She stunned her.
He did. He super kicked her, right?
Did he
that
super
was-
kick her?
She
You're
she
right.
caught.
Maybe he. I know.
something.
I thought the stunner came and then she got out of there. Because I kept
She did
waiting
a bunch
for a
of-
bump, but I don't think she got hit.
She did a bunch of flips and like
yeah, she
you
did
remember
a bunch
when
of flips.
Trish Stratus used to do the Matrix thing where she would kind of lean back and then do put her hands on the mat, Jose? You know, like the Matrix bullet dodge shit.
Yes. Yeah.
So-
Well, yeah.
Penelope
does the
Ford
thing.
did that like 7 times in a row,
Yeah.
did a
in heels.
cartwheel, and then hits Adam Page with a stunner.
Yeah, like in
heels.
heels. Bro,
Yeah.
in heels. Like,
It
it
was
badass.
fucking awesome.
It was incredible.
Skill.
Yeah. Like, he just kept trying to super kick her, and he kept missing, and then, bam, stunner.
Yeah,
Match
and
of the
then
night for me.
Adam Page wins with just one,
Ugh.
just a crazy spot
Oh,
where
damn.
he grabs him for the rite of passage, which is almost like an inverted pile driver.
Right.
But
Instead
they're
of
on the
like
ladder.
a tombstone kind of, Jose, but instead of
Yeah.
holding him in front of you, he was holding him behind him, like on his
Ooh.
back.
Yeah, so their backs are together, and Joey's head is going to go into the mat when he kneels down. But they were on a ladder, and then they jumped off. He jumped off of the ladder onto a table. And goddamn, I don't know how Adam Page was walking after that with his
I don't know how
knees.
Joey Janela was up after that either. Like,
It was a crazy spot.
that bump was sick.
He is sick. He's sick with it.
Yeah. And
No, he
Adam
must- he-
Page,
I think he
confident.
just might be down with the sickness.
Adam Page is nuts too, because
Yeah.
he's the dude that'll jump off of balconies and do crazy ass moonsaults.
Dude.
He didn't do it in this match, which was kind of surprising, but he
He
does
didn't.
a running shoulder block shooting star press off the apron to the floor on guys.
Yes.
And it looks like he's gonna land on his head every single time.
He gets just enough air, and it's gorgeous. I love his buckshot lariat. Like, that thing is sick, too. Like, yeah, he is absolutely just as crazy.
Cody has dubbed him a future world champion.
I can see it.
No doubt.
I can see
no
it.
doubt.
He's a hoss, man. Good-looking kid.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, if
Former
I'm
teacher. Former
Yeah.
teacher. Hey.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he is. If I'm WWE, he's the one I'm going for.
Yeah.
And he's
no,
'Cause
probably
got
the one they'll
biggest
get.
upside, I think.
Yeah.
agreed.
But yeah, and then after that match was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen, and I was
Penis
so happy
druids!
it happened. So Joey Ryan came back from the dead to take revenge on Adam Page, and he was led to the ring by penis druids.
Yes. They basically did an Undertaker entrance with giant inflatable penis druids.
Yeah, I saw the shirt that looked like.
Rest in penis.
So that's why he came out with that whole shtick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
My favorite part about it was when they were walking down the stairs of the entrance ramp and they had to hold their balls to keep from tripping.
Been
That
there.
was my favorite part.
I have never heard
What
Mary
a sentence.
squeal louder than when Joey Ryan came back from the dead. She loves that man.
It was so good.
Oh, that was such a good payoff to a wonderful story.
And
Oh my
Joey,
God.
if you have a GIF or video of the penis druids and you at Joey Ryan, he will retweet you.
Yes. Dude, my Twitter is still blowing up. People are still retweeting that. The one I said
Yeah.
I retweeted to him of the video I got. Like, he is all about self-promotion, and good on him, because that was one hell of a night for him.
Oh, yeah.
The penis druids are one of the biggest pieces of evidence that this show had something for everybody. Because you
Yep.
go from this hardest hitting match of the entire show to the goofiest fucking bit you might have ever seen in wrestling, and wrestling has had some goofy bits, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Oh,
it
yeah.
fit
Oh, yeah.
so
But
perfectly.
penis druids.
Touch it.
Yep.
It took Touch It to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Yeah. This is next level. This is like you have 12 options of penis to touch.
Yeah. But, you know, Justin, when he texted me this morning, he said he would be the man with the old man take. And he said Janela and Page was his match of the night until the Joey Ryan bit. He said it took away from the match for him. Which I can see. Like, that's
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
the
I
match
can't
was
disagree. But,
kind
like,
of-
I loved the fucking just weirdness of it.
Yeah. The match
Yeah,
was
and I
kind of
think
built around that
that's the thing.
story, though.
The build
Yeah.
around the story, though, too. I think that's the other thing. If you were
Yeah.
coming into this just knowing that it's just a match, I would get that. But the whole storyline built into this is like built from a very long time ago.
Yes.
So, I
And,
mean,
like,
the
if you're
payoff is-
paying attention to
Yeah.
being the elite, it's the perfect payoff. to
yeah,
this.
it really is.
WWE wishes they could
Yes,
book
dude.
a
they
storyline so perfectly over so many months and actually
Yeah.
pay it off in the end.
Yeah.
Like,
And let's be
this-
honest, Joey Ryan as is never going to be in the WWE.
Oh,
Nope.
If he goes
No
to the
way.
WWE, he's going to be a different character, probably going to be shades of Joey Ryan, but he's
The
not going to be
ghost
dick
of
flipping
Joey
anybody.
Ryan?
Yeah.
So this is Joey Ryan's biggest career moment.
This
yeah,
was
yeah.
his WrestleMania moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until All
See-
In 2.
So
Yeah.
everyone had moments, huh? There's just a night of moments.
Yeah,
Pretty fucking
honestly,
cool.
yeah.
It's
All
so-
in-
Pretty cool.
all in
It's
was
so
basically
funny.
Independent WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you can book an entire show and let everybody get some shine, and everyone goes home happy.
Yeah.
Mhm. And the thing
does
is
that
with WrestleMania, people always say, "Oh, it's not about the matches; it's about the moments." Well, this show gave me more moments
Yeah.
that felt like gave me genuine emotion in some capacity than
Tears.
probably the past 10 years of WrestleManias.
Dude, and this had
And it
matches
delivered-
and moments. It had both.
It
had
delivered
both.
matches
Yes.
on a far better scale than WrestleMania
Yes.
has.
Yes, it totally
And we're not
did.
talking just
So
spot
do we
fests
start
either.
skipping WrestleMania and make All In the new thing?
Well, I mean, you still have all those WrestleMania weekend shows,
Yeah,
which
but
That's the
pump
thing.
the
Yeah,
brekes.
WrestleMania is not the star of WrestleMania weekend
Right.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
it's
that's
not like
done.
we've been
that's over.
going to WrestleMania anyhow.
Yeah.
But All In, yeah.
Oh yeah, let's say all in should be it's
All right.
Yeah.
I'm all in. You guys convinced me.
But yeah,
I mean,
so what was the next next match was the Ring of Honor title match, where
I
Jay
finally
Lethal,
had to take a pee.
Who was
between
who
matches.
was the champ going in?
Jay Lethal, aka Black Machismo, for
Black
this match,
Machismo.
Okay, I'm on his
yeah.
side. I'm for him.
and
How long
he
has he been the
beat
champ?
Flip Gordon. What was that?
How long has he been the champ?
A few
Oh,
months
yeah.
now.
A few months, only because the Dalton Castle got hurt, who was
Yeah,
the
Dalton
after
Castle
ring.
was real fucked up.
Yeah, which is a
Okay.
bummer because Dalton Castle is amazing. And
Yeah,
he
I mean
earned
Dalton
that title
Castle
too.
got an enormous pop just for being on commentary.
Yes, he did. That was so
Nice.
cool when he showed up.
Yeah, the match was. I liked the match.
So even the fucking hurt guy got to come and have a moment, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking nice.
the best bit was Jay Lethal, as Black Machismo, thinking that Brandy Rhodes, who was accompanying her best friend Flip Gordon, thinking she was Miss Elizabeth and making her stand on his side of the ring.
That was
That's-
hilarious.
It
That's
was so
fucking-
fucking
I
funny.
popped so
That's
hard for that.
yeah.
He
No, I like
chased
that.
her around at one point, grabbed her, and then threw her up on his shoulder. Like,
Yes, and did the whole like WrestleMania. That's so good.
That's fucking
it was
awesome.
so good.
It was so funny. And also, can we take a moment to appreciate Brandy in that outfit?
yes.
Is
Brandy,
it Cody's
Woo!
wife?
yes.
Cody's
Yes.
wife is
So-
she is gorgeous.
Just
She
tremendous.
He doesn't accompany him.
No, she did.
No, she was out there
She
with him.
does. Yeah, she was.
But
She made
part
a
of the
costume change
whole-
and came out with Flip.
Yeah,
so
part
she
of the whole.
she does multiple.
Yeah.
well,
So in
people.
storyline, she's in like being the elite. She's best friends with Flip.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
she
so
was
it's just- they're all
pulling
part of the
for
group.
him.
She
Because
comes
Flip
out with-
initially wanted a little bit more than being friends because
Yes, at first,
he had,
yes.
he had assumed that Cody and Brandy were swingers and that Brandy had had sex with Kenny Omega, which may or may not have happened in storyline. We're not really entirely clear.
Yeah.
But so
Okay.
he was hoping to get in on that, but then now they're just really good friends.
Well, fair assumption. I mean, it's not like that's uncommon. I did see a video. I mean,
Oh, these things,
I'm just
Part of
saying.
life, right?
I'm just saying. I could see it.
I saw it on a TV show.
I can see where he may have got confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I take it. I'm there. I'm just saying. I see it.
What are you referencing? Are you referencing the Page sex tape?
I said nothing of the sort. Sir. How dare you insinuate?
I would watch Brandy and Cody have sex.
But I will say this.
I'm not
I
in my
call
hand
Doug
approval.
Page from the beginning. I'm just saying. I called dibs a while ago. On that one.
Listen, Paige been getting thick on SmackDown.
Yeah.
She just over
Yeah.
there being GM.
I'm brown. I got no problem with that.
She does like the Brown Boys.
I'm just saying, I understand the thickness.
Oh, yeah. You can get down
I'd
with the
say
thickness.
yes,
Wow.
down with the thickness.
There
Correct.
it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say solid match between these two, and Flip put in a star-making performance. Like, they didn't need to give him the belt.
Nope,
No.
they did not.
It's too early for him to get the belt
Sure.
anyways. But
Oh yeah.
they did not need Bully Ray to come back out and
No!
beat him up, and that cost even more time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a waste of time.
Well,
And
we
then
did
also,
get-
Justin wanted me to say once again, fuck Bully Ray.
We did get, what was it? Colt, Flip, and Jay Lethal do the shield powerbomb to Bully Ray onto a table.
That was weird. Like, what? I don't know. It just took up way too much time, which, again, they desperately needed later.
They needed that, yeah.
Well, are they planting seeds for Bully versus Jay Lethal in the future?
Well, the weird thing is, like, it was more or less a payoff to a Ring of Honor story, because Bully Ray's been attacking Flip Gordon for the past, couple of months.
Man, when he was Bully Ray in TNA, he was in the best shape of his life. But man,
and
he
he's like, hey, you need to be fat again.
he has ballooned to fatter than his ECW days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's what happens when you get fit and then you go do the Royal Rumble and they put you in a fat suit. Like that, think of just how, like, demoralizing that had to be.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's
Why?
wild.
Yeah.
Why would
Remember,
they
like,
do
the first time he came back at the Royal Rumble? Like, it was the big surprise. They put him in a fat suit.
I didn't
know that.
realize that.
Yeah. Because he was still in good shape then, but they're like, no, we can't work with this.
What
You
the
gotta be fat.
That's weird.
Yeah.
If you're fat, they want you to be skinny. If you're skinny, they want you to be fat. Come on, make up your mind.
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
He's got body
Jeez.
dysmorphia, goddammit. That's why he's a
Like,
bully.
that's terrible.
He's lashing out because he hates who he is in the mirror.
Yeah. I eat because I'm fat. Or what is that fat bastard said in the Goldfinger? Or Goldmember?
Oh, man. I forget.
Yeah, whatever that was. Yeah, whatever that was.
My neck looks like a vagina.
Enough about Bully Ray.
Yeah,
Next
for real.
match was my favorite match of the night. Also Justin's. Kenny Omega defeated Pentagon Jr. in a fucking awesome match.
Oh,
It was great.
Man, this was another hard-hitting one.
I went 4.5 stars on it. They meshed super well. I thought Pentagon could actually win. Like, there was moments where I thought he had it. Most notably, the package pile driver on the apron. Which just
Yeah.
looked gross.
Sick.
Yeah,
Just
I thought
sick.
about it a few times. Remember when WCW did NWO Sold Out,
Yeah.
and you expected all the NWO people to win, and didn't they? Like, all of them won except for 6.
Yeah, about
So
the
this
Eddie
was-
Guerrero one than that, yeah.
This was essentially a Bullet Club pay-per-view. So you expect, like, Kenny Omega to win, but, like, all of them didn't win.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought that, like, I didn't think for a second leading up to the match that Omega was going to lose. He's the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah,
in
and the-
New
It
Japan. He can't
it
lose
was
a
weird
match.
he didn't bring his title out, though. What was that about?
I think he just didn't want to have to bring it over from Japan.
Huh.
Like, I think he just left it there, which I don't really blame him. That's a heavy-ass thing to put in your bag.
Been there.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like, there's no chance Pentagon was winning, but goddamn did I believe he actually had a
I
shot.
felt like he had a shot too. Like
They
those
made us
package pile
believe
drivers,
again.
and then he like did the whole arm breaking thing.
Yeah.
Woo.
Like, there was a second where I'm like, oh shit, Pentagon's gonna do a tour of New Japan. He's gonna challenge Omega at King of Pro Wrestling for the title. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Dude, I believe it can still happen, man. It's still
Yeah.
early. It
It's still
Justin and I
real
were
to me,
talking,
damn it.
Imagine putting Pentagon in the never title division against
Yes.
guys like Suzuki and
Suzuki?
Goto and Ishii.
Oh God, yes. Ishii match in Pentagon?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Like, put him
That
in that
all
division.
sounds like sushi rolls to me.
Put Phoenix in the juniors. It'd be great.
Dude, the Lucha
Fucking
Brothers
love
as a
the
tag
Phoenix
team. The Lucha
Yeah.
Brothers as a tag team in New Japan.
So
Ooh,
good.
In the tag team cup? Oh,
Yep.
stop it.
And then following that match was the the lights go out.
And I yell, Sabu!
He sure did. He sure did.
Lights go out.
Boom
They're out,
shakalaka.
out for a while. They come back on, and it looks like nothing happened. Like, everyone,
Yeah.
Pentagon's
Pentagon's
still
still
in the ring.
laying.
And then Pentagon gets up and starts attacking Omega, and you're like, wait a minute, Pentagon's not white.
Well, before Pentagon got up, he's stirring a little bit, and I noticed it. I'm like, oh, who's in the Pentagon costume? Who's in the Pentagon? Whose tattoos are those?
And then he did a code breaker. It's like, oh, it's Chris Jericho.
Yep, beats him up, rips the mask off. It's Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho. What? Chris Jericho, who said he would never perform in a North American wrestling show that is in competition with Vince.
Oh.
And said he wasn't going to be at All In.
Always working.
Always working.
Look at that. Never turn against the family. What family?
So yeah, he
and then he gave the greatest threat of all time. After he beats up Omega, he goes, Kenny Omega, I'll see you on the Jericho cruise.
It's like, mic drop. Listen, cabin's still available, like JerichoCruise.com. Listen.
And then what makes that even better is knowing that he immediately jumped on a plane, flew to Kansas,
full Pentagon makeup,
and did a Fozzy show while still wearing the Pentagon makeup.
The pictures of him hanging from the there's a picture of him in the makeup, basically hanging from the ceiling of the concert floor, rocking it out. Like, Chris Jericho is a GOAT.
That's
like all time.
Respect. Bring back the lion tamer though. Not
True.
That bullshit move. Give me the old school.
Oh, it was so good.
Like,
everything about this was awesome.
Yeah.
The match was great. The post-match was great. Jericho gave the best threat of all time. So good.
Yes. Instead of more storyline for things to come.
Yeah.
I'm dropping a link in the Popcast message, Jose, of Jericho in a fedora and rubbed off Pentagon makeup at his Fozzy show in Kansas.
Oh, it's so good.
And
I really...
That's retarded.
I really hope the Jericho Cruise matches air at some point.
Yes,
somewhere.
I do too. I hope
because
so.
I really want to see a bunch of these matches.
Me too.
The match they set up here with Jericho and the Bucks versus Omega, Marty Scurll, and Cody is going to be awesome. But even more than that, I really want to see the Young Bucks versus LAX from Impact.
Oh,
you
yes.
love LAX, man.
Like,
yes,
I want to
LAX
see
is
that
awesome.
match
I do too.
so bad. So yeah, I really hope that stuff airs somewhere. But following that was the semi-main event, which saw Kazuchika Okada defeat Marty Scurll in a match that was far too long.
You know what? And as I think about it, I really enjoyed this match, but it absolutely did.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
It took way too long to get going.
Yeah, it took way too long to get going. But in the final stretch, it was awesome.
Amazing.
It was awesome.
In the moment, I rated it 4 1/4, but now looking back, I would probably knock off a full star.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that, dude. It just it took too long for him to get going, and then while it finally did get going, and it was phenomenal when it got there, it just ate up so much time.
Yeah.
And in the moment you don't realize it, and then you think about, well, damn, the Bucks match went really quick, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
there it is. It just happened so quick.
And it looks like Scurll might be the fall guy for it because he didn't come out at the end of the show in the post-match promo.
Yeah, I read that too.
Yeah. I mean, I do kind of imagine that Okada just came up to him and was like, all right, I work my 25-minute match. That's what I do.
Yeah, right? Thanks, guys. I'm out of here.
Make room for me. I do love that why he was booked on this show. Because, for whatever reason, he is, best friends with Nick Jackson. I don't know if Nick Jackson is best friends with Okada, but Okada is best friends with Nick Jackson.
That's incredible.
Apparently, as soon as they announced the show, the first time they were, at a show together, Okada, ran up to him and was like, I'm working your show. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and Okada Scurll was the first match they announced.
Yeah. And then, another thing that Okada does that I will never not find hilarious is any time they're booked on a show together, Okada finds Nick Jackson's gear and puts on all of it. Just because he thinks it's hilarious. And, like, Nick will hide his bag, but Okada will still find it and still put on all of his gear.
You Japanese weirdo.
Okada is hilarious.
I love that guy. But yeah, outside of it being too long, I did really enjoy this match, but yeah, it took a long time to get going and was, in the end of the day, kind of detrimental to the main event.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they went long everywhere.
Yeah, but I guess
reports,
this one went like a good 10 minutes over.
Yeah, the reports were that they were supposed to go 12 and they went 25.
Yeah.
Whew.
And that almost cost them, but it was
Yes,
poetic. So poetic how it all worked out.
Yep. The main event saw the Golden Elite of the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi defeat a lucha team of Rey Mysterio, Bandito, and Phoenix.
Rey Mysterio
And
dressed as
Bandito
Wolverine.
is awesome.
Bandito's amazing.
Yes, he is.
Like, this match was just ridiculous. It was just a spot fest. It never stopped. Because
literally spot monkeys.
They couldn't.
Yeah,
they
Spot
couldn't
Monkey,
stop.
yeah. This was old school Young Bucks. Like, if you're a fan of Young Bucks, old school style, where they just, like, don't give a shit and go balls to the wall, this was your match.
Yeah,
it
and,
was,
like, just everyone's sprinting to set up the next spot.
It
And
was high tempo from the get-go, but then once they realized they had to go home, like, they turned it up 400%.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Dude, why is it that Rey Mysterio looks and moves as fast as he did as when we were kids and watching him in his Phantasm gear, like without the knee pep braces and the knee
Because
surgeries?
he's not working the WWE schedule.
That's right.
Yeah, dude, like he was bouncing around like old school Ray, like super young Ray.
There was a while
And that
there
just
where Rey
melted my
Mysterio
heart. It
was
was amazing.
fat.
So I will say, oh yeah, he was fat for a while.
And it was sad. Like, you didn't think he had many more matches in him, and then he turned it all around after that injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he got swole up for New Japan too. Like he had that muscle on him.
If he
So
hasn't signed a
I will
WWE
say-
contract by now, like, maybe don't.
I hope
Don't.
he
Yeah,
hasn't.
don't.
Don't.
I hope
Don't
he
go
doesn't do it
back.
either. Yeah, don't go back. Don't do that to yourself, pal.
What did you guys think of the Wolverine costume?
I thought it
I
was cool.
love it.
I thought it looked really stupid.
I liked it. I liked
To
that.
the point where me and the guys that were sitting next to Justin and I were making fun of it so bad that a guy in the row in front of us turned around and asked us to stop.
Dude,
Excuse
I
me.
mean-
Can you please refrain?
please. It's just a costume. Honestly, I dug it. But every costume Rey Mysterio does for like a big events, like they're always cool to me. Like,
Yeah,
'cause they
I
always
feel
have
like-
some really, really dope motif or aesthetic.
Yeah,
I
He will,
forgot
like,
to ask. Sorry. Keep going.
you forgot to
Sorry.
ask?
Oh no, I was just.
Well, he brought up costume. Was Glacier dressed as Glacier?
No,
or
no,
No.
no,
they
he
were
wasn't.
all wearing
Yeah.
So he was like in
tracksuits,
character Glacier.
like cornermen.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if everyone was like in character.
No,
No.
it was
Okay.
Ray
And,
Lloyd. It wasn't Glacier. It was Ray Lloyd.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
former-
I just got excited. Ray Lloyd, man, you got my DVDs.
former
Yeah.
co-star of Burn Notice, Ray Lloyd.
Yep.
Kenny, have you ever heard this story about Jose and Glacier?
No,
So
enlighten me.
okay, my friend that I used to bus with in Margaritaville does stunts. He's in the stunt. He's been on the Pirates of the Caribbean. He was actually in the Transformers scene they shot at
McCormick Place. McCormick Place.
McCormick Place.
McCormick Place.
Yeah.
Right. In Chicago that they dubbed as China. He was in that scene. I
Okay.
saw like the raw footage he posted. So he's like, hey, I want you to, can you do me a favor? I got a friend who's, it's late notice. He's trying to put together a audition tape. So he's going to come to your place. I just need you to shoot it. You know, he was given the script he had to read. So he comes to my house. And we're bullshitting for a little bit because, you know, he wanted to look over the script. We had just met. So we bullshitted for a little bit. And then he brings out like one of those electric, like an accordion, the elastic, the stretch thing, like the pump your the bands.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, because he's about to be on camera. He's got to look
Yeah.
menacing. So he's like
Yeah.
fucking getting his
jacked.
biceps.
Yeah,
fucking,
he's
the
like getting
blood
tight.
flowing.
Yeah, it's getting tight, bro. It's like
So he's over there just fucking curling
Getting his
these
pump on.
things in the corner, you know, going over the lines, and I'm setting the camera up. So shooting his thing, and he goes over the lines, and we're bullshitting, and then we start talking about movies and shit. And he hadn't seen Brotherhood of the Wolf
At
or
this
Batman
point-
Begins.
At this point, you knew he was Glacier.
Yeah. I knew who he was. It was, you know, he
And
was
he was-
going out for a role on Burn Notice and
Yeah.
needed to shoot in a distant shape. And his friend knew me. I had a camera. I could help him. So fucking, he's like, oh man, I was staying away from Batman Begins because of the last movie. I was like, no, it's new. They restarted it, and I got him. I sold him on it. He's like, cool. So I loaned him my Batman Begins and fucking Brotherhood of the Wolf, and still has it. I see him every now and then, but I don't want to keep bugging him about
Keep
it.
begging him about it.
Yeah, but fucking awesome dude, great guy, super fucking cool. He's he's a teacher too in Atlanta when he's
Hey.
doing his thing. That's why he had like that coach character.
Right.
Yeah,
Coach Buzz.
Yeah, the gym teacher. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because he was a teacher. So they're like, fucking, you're a teacher, do it.
So at one point during the main event, I see this bald guy with a blue polo shirt backstage, like frantic. Like he's running back and forth, and then I see him bolt towards the ring and the timekeeper's area. Like fucking full on sprint.
Oh wow.
And he whispers something in somebody's ear. They relay it to the referee, and then the referee's on the side of the ring like, Matt!
Oh, okay. I was wondering why the ref was like doing that. Oh,
And
that
then-
makes so much more sense.
What was it? Probably a minute and a half
Yeah.
later, they went home. And
Yep.
then as soon as the finish was amazing. With the 6 of them, and then they did the Melter Driver.
Yep.
Beautiful. As soon as the 3 count was counted, and then they all stood up to celebrate, you see on the big screen that they've cut to the production company logo.
Yep. They cut to the credits. 3 seconds left.
They came out after the fact, all the Bullet Club, the Bucks, and said that they had 3 seconds to spare before the
Yes.
pay-per-view feed went off.
That's so wild. You know what, Phoenix? I think Phoenix may have actually blown the first ending.
Yeah, because they did it twice.
Yeah, because they had to redo it. Because Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
Phoenix broke up the cover, and Matt kind of gave him a look like that was supposed to be the finish. So they had to redo it, and then you got a second Meltzer Driver. But it's the finish ended up still being pretty cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're the live audience, so we get to still see their celebration, and then they all got on the
that
mics.
was amazing.
That was so cool.
It's
Dude, that was so
poetic
cool.
that they put this all together themselves by the seat of their pants. They finished with 3 seconds to spare. It's like that first ECW pay-per-view that they went off the air, and then what? Immediately their transformer blew,
Yeah.
and they lost power. And so the main event ends. No one wants to go home. So everybody sticks around, and these guys stand in the ring and do their thank yous and give speeches for probably another 15, 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
everybody was in. All in.
Dude, all in. Yeah, I think that was when the building shook again. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I think the building by this point in time is shaking like 6 times. Like there were just so many standing ovations, and then when
was
everybody kind of came out, like the place just wanted to just keep going all night. If
Yeah.
they really, if honestly they could, they would have.
It was amazing to be a part of.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
so
yeah.
glad.
No, it was so cool.
I'm so glad I
That's
got to share it
memorable.
with you guys. It sucked
All in
that,
2019, baby.
Yeah, it sucked that Jose wasn't there. It sucked that we didn't get to sit with you and Justin Kelly, but
Yeah.
We were all there.
Man.
Man,
We all
you guys would have loved the dudes that sat next to me. Justin. Those guys were treasures. Like I just want to say the quote from the guy directly next to me when Stephen Amell and Christopher Daniels were celebrating on the opposite turnbuckles to us. Hey there, sweet boys. Why don't you stop looking over there? Come over here and look at me.
The guy
Love
behind
that guy.
me thought every move was an RKO and was in some sort of wrestling coma for 15 years.
Yeah, he had lots of questions.
Is it pronounced Okada?
Okada?
I'm supposed to be the one with the questions.
Yeah, on one hand, I wanted to turn around and be like, dude, why are you here? But then on the other hand, wrestling's for everybody, and why would I gatekeep this dude when I don't know much about being the elite at all? So, but at least I know some shit.
He was like, "Is that DDP?"
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't sure.
This guy was a straight up
Is that that guy that does yoga?
One of those
Yo,
guys.
I think he actually did say that.
Yeah.
I think he actually did say that.
One of those guys that during the women's match, he's like, "Oh yeah, I would do her."
Oh no! I didn't hear that.
no.
Gross.
I was like, "Man, don't make
be
me
that
stand
guy."
up and say something." My
I didn't
wife's
hear him say
here.
that
We're
at
all having
all.
a good time. Calm your tits.
Yeah, be cool, man.
So yeah, A plus,
Yes, A plus.
Yeah,
Oh,
such
what
a
heck
fun
of a
show.
What a fun time.
and the future is so bright. They gotta wear shades. This
Come back to
is
Chicago, baby. Put it in the United Center. I
Yeah.
heard Soldier Field is connected to the McCormick Place. You can have StarCast too, right there. And
Let's
then
see some of this rub on spring break.
Joey Janela said that Spring Break 3 is going to be the next show that books
Yeah,
10,000
listen.
seats.
I believe in George Della.
Yeah, but Spring Break 3 is going to be in New York, so
Oh yeah,
Just-
yeah.
just go to the Hammerstein. It'll be all good.
Yeah, just book. Yeah, be smart in your booking, brother. Be smart in
One
your booking,
last
brother.
little story for me. We're at the airport Sunday, getting ready to head out, and lo and behold, Macaulay Culkin just strolls by, walking to his gate, not running through an airport, walking like he didn't have a care in the world.
That's right.
Oh, and the final all-in number was 11,263.
Yeah.
That's
Kelly,
fucking
you've
good.
been
Good.
tweeting about it
I
a
like
bunch,
that.
but some of these marks are complaining that All In allowed press access to the show.
Oh my
Because-
god.
Because these people obviously don't understand how real companies and events work.
No,
Wait,
they
what
have no
happened?
idea. Because everyone's so used to the Iron Curtain that fucking WWE puts up,
Right.
where they don't allow anyone access unless they're totally co-opted.
Sure.
Like guys like Rosenberg and fucking poof hair guy. I can't think
ESPN,
of his name.
ESPN too. Like don't.
Yeah, ESPN.
Yeah.
Totally co-opted by
Totally
Coach, who
co-opted.
was
Yeah.
trying to get a job the entire time.
Yeah.
But so like you had people complaining that it's like, oh, they bought off the press by, allowing them access and interviews and stuff. And it's like, no, they just did what everyone else in the sports world and entertainment world does.
Those are people that also didn't see the show. Because
Well,
if
yeah.
they saw the show, they'd understand that most of these reviews are 100% legit.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you can't be happy for these guys or wrestling as a whole after this show, you're fucking dead inside.
Yeah.
Like, go crowdfund an Ethan Van Sciver comic book or something.
Yeah. The Fed defenders have logged on.
Speaking of, the Jericho moment was cool. Animal, Dreamer, Billy Gunn, Bully Ray, shit like that. Fuck Bully Ray, but they had the WWE veterans in there, DDP, but it wasn't the main focus. Like, they
No.
could have cut all of those guys out of the show, and it still would have been an amazing show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Agreed.
Yeah, Bully Ray,
But
while he was there, was never the center point.
Right.
it was fun to see those guys because I mean I've never really been to I keep thinking like have I actually been to a WWE event and I don't think I have so to see Rey Mysterio
Yeah.
and to see DDP and to see Chris Jericho because by the time I went to a WCW event those guys were gone so I mean that was a huge moment for me to see those guys that I grew up watching, and see them be a part of this like next generation of wrestlers doing their thing.
I'm glad the response, hearing such a great response is fucking pretty cool. That the numbers are there.
And it's only going to keep getting better. Because that old guard is dying off. Like, you can even see it within WWE with the juxtaposition between NXT and the main roster. That old type of thinking isn't going to be around much longer.
Yo, Triple H got to hurry up and get on, like, take over the control, because this creative is just bad.
Yeah. So I just looked it up. All In is the second biggest show I've ever been to.
After
No Way Out 2002, which had 15,000 people.
Was that the NWO?
Yes, that was when they came back.
Oh, that is the pay-per-view that crushed Jose's soul.
Oh,
I didn't realize
No Way Out
that the next pay-per-view I went to in 2004, Taboo Tuesday, at the same venue, the Bradley Center, only drew 3,500 people.
Oh, man. But it was on a Tuesday.
Yes, it was a Tuesday.
But then again, Raw's on Monday.
Yeah.
Jose and I went to Survivor Series 2000 in Tampa. And then, Jose, were you at that SmackDown where Brock and Big Show broke the ring?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We did that one.
The first time they did that bit.
Yeah. And man, that fucking No Way Out. What should have happened? This is what should have happened. Is you don't fucking tell them the NWO is coming.
Right.
They come out and disrupt every time. Like, no title switches hands. Every match ends with them knocking both of them out and taking the belt. The next match happens. Bam. Like, it's about somebody's about to get pinned. Somebody else runs out. Bam. They fucking knock them both out. Take the belt. Peace. And they just steal all the belts. Fuck everybody. No. But instead,
but none of those dudes were super spry at that point.
And that's the one Goldberg came out and fucking fell, right? When he did his kick?
No, that was the year before. I think.
Sure?
Maybe the next year.
I think it was that one, wasn't it?
No, Goldberg was not on the same show as the NWO.
No, he wasn't on that show. Because I remember that show pretty clearly in
he was fucking
some
there.
regards, because that was the very first wrestling show I ever went to.
Yeah, I don't think Goldberg and NWO actually ever aligned up during that time in the WWE.
They were both failures.
Yes, massive.
Yeah, Goldberg was 2003. Well, let's wrap it up because we've gone a little bit long. We'll skip comics this week, but
I ain't got shit to talk about.
Thank you, Kenny, for coming on the show.
Dude, thanks for having me. It's good to be back on again.
Where can people check out your other shows and everything you got going on?
Yeah. Check me out. My Wednesday reviews are on Facebook at First Aid Comics HP. Also on Twitter, First Aid Comics HP. You can find me at Tranquillo Kitten, new Twitter name, no longer the doctor. At Twitter, Nerpic Strangers, at Nerpic Strangers on Twitter at nerpicstrangers.com. And then 3 Count Nation, find us on YouTube at 3 Count Nation. The 10 episodes are up. And then on Twitter, we are at Nation Count.
Oh, man. You just need like 6 more podcasts and you'll be even with Bobby. And Kelly,
I'm thinking about my limit.
Thinking about it, retrospect, how didn't you get press access for All In?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
Kelly?
Yeah, aren't you? You are wrestling.
Oh, I thought you meant Kenny.
No, you.
I didn't think to apply for it, in all honesty.
Kelly is the voice of wrestling.
My editor, Rich, got a press pass, and another guy on staff, August, got a press pass, purely because he applied for it just to see if he could, because he couldn't get a ticket.
That's
all that matters.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
You apply
honestly, it never crossed my mind.
I should have applied for one.
And
Dang.
Kelly, did you do any write-ups for All In on Voices of Wrestling?
I did not.
Okay, but they can check you out there.
Oh yeah, you can watch me review all the WWE pay-per-views and slowly spiral into madness.
I have not watched a WWE show since
Don't.
Money in the Bank.
Just don't.
No, I'm not going to. I mean, like, we went to the
I'm
Mae
taking
Young
a
Classic.
page from Jose's book. Don't.
No, why?
Just don't,
Just don't, man. Don't.
because it's just getting worse every day.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Every day.
Every day, the WWE strays further away from God.
And Jose, before we head out, remind everybody about your new video series.
Yes, Pop PUBG gaming series, compilation videos, highlights, dumb shit, funny shit, cool wins, cool shots, explosions, cool guys and explosions. Wink, wink.
And
Foreshadowing, baby.
for those of you that have followed Jose's previous attempts at video series, how he is a house of fire right off the bat, and then eventually he falls out and forgets about it. He has these done and scheduled until December.
Yeah.
So,
They coming, motherfuckers.
is it every other Tuesday or every Tuesday?
No, every other Tuesday.
Okay.
And then we'll see how the response is. And then if it goes good, next year might be every Tuesday when
That's
I come
right.
out, because
We still need to get you on Twitch playing that one game Kelly talked about.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, wow.
Penny pennies.
Oh, and also before we go, Knize, tomorrow I'll see you on the fantasy football field.
Oh,
shit. Nice.
He's-
Not tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Today's Tuesday.
Yeah,
That's right.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Feels like Monday, but Kelly
Yeah.
thinks it's Wednesday.
No, my days are all fucked up.
You slept an entire day. So that's it for us. Thank you to Kenny for joining us. Fucking a lovely time spending and watching wrestling with you. Great to see you guys.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank
thank
you. I had
you.
a great time hanging out with you guys, too.
For Kelly, Jose, Lee, who will be back next week, and we'll get back to our regular shenanigans. Maybe we'll figure out a top 6 or whatever. But I'm Jason Knize. Check us out every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube/PanelsOnPages.com, and go there and subscribe and watch all those PUBG videos and stuff. And we out. So love you, kids. Bye.
was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo! Boo!